platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect. That time is coming for all the members. You guys are special. Yeah, man, big up. And who wants to become a member, please do click the join button if it's available to you, and YouTube will help you along the lines. So the headlines, obviously, a lot of teams won big, i.e., Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, all of them, Nicaragua, they won big. But the headlines for today is definitely USMNT, the top of the pile for Concacaf, got embarrassed by Colombia. All right, 5-1. We wanted to break down that because the things that are trending on the internet is how good is our region, and if they are the right players or the right coach. All right, because you can take out the right players out of it, but you can have the conversation of how good is our region, how good is our, and which is the right person for them to take them forward. All right, so that was the shocking story there. We're going to go in details just to see if we can find the problems. Look back at certain games that they've played, which we would have classified those teams are of higher ilk, and how they have actually performed. All right, compared to what they do face in our region. All right, conversation to ask how we can get our big teams actually being big on a big stage. So how we can lift CONCACAF to be really competitive on the world stage. All right, yes. And then obviously we have all the other reports them of the games. We have watched all of these games, so we're going to break down all of them and truly give you the winners, or the top 5 performers out of this window, and teams that has only won games, we're going to kind of push them aside. So Haiti, Jamaica, we can't put them in the bracket. We have to just go with the ones them that played 2 so far, because we kind of get a much bigger sample size from that. And then definitely we have games coming up. So Jamaica versus Dominica and Barbados versus Haiti, those are going to be on the list. Both of these games will be streamed from our channel. So Jamaica, Dominica will be streamed over here later, and Barbados, Haiti will be streamed on my Wemaxit channel, so make sure to join me over there. All right, let me try get everything set right here for you guys, and big you guys up on the Sunday, because I know it is a Sunday, so a lot of you guys, you took your time out to come here. Thanks very much for doing so. So we have Ush Puppy in the building, MP W94, Vinny Congo, Chris Smith, Lansley Blake, Lamar, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Bessas documentary, massive respect, Warren Webster in the building. Yeah, man, big up to all of you guys. That's coming in. How you guys are feeling on the match day, let me know. All right, let me know about that. Let me try adjust a few things on this setup before we get to the conversation. All right, because I couldn't do it before the stream actually starts. So give me a second, and then I can get everything up for you guys. All right, and remember, every single subject, we don't clip the videos. So what I would beg you guys to do is to just state which part of the video you're watching. If you can even put the timestamp, that would definitely help the other viewers. All right, yes, because a lot of people said I should timestamp them, but because I'm always so busy, I don't get the time to really go back through the contents to get everything. All right. All right, so that should be good. All right, thanks. So we are up and running now. We are up and running, guys. So let me start with yesterday's games. Yesterday's games. So the first, we're going to United States. 5-1. All right. So both lineups, so you could know the quality of the team. Matt Turner in goal, Premier League player. Joseph Scally, Chris Richards, Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson. All right, Chris Richards and Anthony Robinson was a part of the best players in Concacaf coming in. So that tells you the level of players that they do have there. Tim Ream getting a little bit older, but he's still playing for Fulham, and he played at a high level before picking up an injury. All right, then you have Weston McKennie, Johnny, and Giovanni Rain. About that, but I chipped out a little bit just a while ago. I'm saying Johnny was in the midfield, and he's coming from Real Betis. All right, so he's still a quality player added to the actual squad. All right, so you have Johnny, Giovanni Reina, and Weston McKennie. I would say Weston McKennie may be the best player for United States for a good while now, and Giovanni Reina may be the most talented player for United States for a while now. He's one of their wonder kids came through the system. Then you have Christian Pulisic, maybe with the best performer from CONCACAF, up there with Leon Bailey, Anthony Robinson, and all of those guys. All right, Balogun, one of their new acquisitions, and Timothy Way, a solid player for them. So their start lineup was very good, one of the best lineups they could have listed at this time. Then you have Camalio Vargas for Colombia right here. Their backline was Juan Mojica, and you have Lokime with Davinson Sanchez, which you guys know him. He's popular from Spurs. Yes, Daniel Munoz around the back, and you have Oribe and Lerma. All right, Lerma actually plays in the Premier League for Crystal Palace, so it tells you the level of players so far. So far is a solid back seven. Your back seven. Then in the attacking area, you had Urias, James James Rodriguez, and Luis Diaz of Liverpool. So James Rodriguez, you know him. He's like the main man for Colombia for more than 17,000 years. All right, because kicked cups ago and went to Real Madrid, Everton, and a lot of clubs. You know, sometimes they said he has attitude problems and all of those stuffs. And Rafael Bode starts for them. On the bench now, you have quality players from both teams. Aji Wright, Vickers, Tillman, Yunus Musa, Ricardo Pepe, Luca Della Torre, and that Cayman that played. And then now who played for Colombia, you have Castana, Quintero, Sinistera, which you know him, great quality player, but injury prone. John Duran, you know him, he comes on for Aston Villa every single time and score goals, and you guys told me that he only can score one goal at a time, but he can score a lot of goals. Carrascal and Rios. Those are the guys listed. So quality team straight throughout. 4-3-3 up against 4-2-3-1. Average age for Colombia is 29.8. So maybe you might say experience told the tale at the end of the day. And for United States, it's 25.7. All right. Let me give you the tracks of what took place. Odias scored in the 6th minute. Rafael scored in the 19th minute. All right, yes. And then United States dropped one back from Timothy Way, assisted by Balogun, to make it 2-1. Then they made a few substitutions. Carrascal and Duran came on in the 62nd minute, and you had Tillman and Vickers came in for Tim Ream and Reina at that time. Then you have Sinistera came in for Luis Diaz. All right, so maybe you would say Sinister add more physicality and size, but the overall skill set Diaz is maybe their skilless player at this point in his prime. Then Musa came in for McKennie. Rodriguez came out, Pepe came in for Balogun, and then that's where the goal started to score. All right, Sinister assisted Rios to make it 3-1. Then Quintero assisted Carrascal, and then Sinistera gets his goal on the day, assisted by Quintero to make it 5-1. All right, so let me discuss now. Let me discuss on this game itself. Let me give you the overall statistics so you can maybe judge off your own right here. So in the overall game itself, United States had 53% possession. All right, they registered 3 big chances comparative to 7 of Colombia. Colombia had 15 shots in total, and the United States had 10. All right. Yes. So that's how it works. So the passes were 498 to 458, which would be United States had more passes in the game. All right. So you watching the game, what you made of the game? You thought that the claims coming off the internet was justified to ask if CONCACAF is good enough, or if CONCACAF challenging United States to be better, and how good is the CONCACAF overall? Is they are they the worst confed in the entire world? Those are the questions asked. Or you think that the coach is right for them, because if you look at their squad, you would say that they have maybe the best squad in CONCACAF. That's why they have actually done better. All right. So let me try and mark off every one of them after reading the comments. So I'm going to read you guys' comments, and then I'm going to tick off all of those questions asked, give my opinion on them. And people that's rewatching, please give your opinion as well on it. All right. Yeah, man. Thanks for passing through. All right. All right. Dr. Gigi said, I do feel every CONCACAF team are going to struggle in Copa. All right. So he's extending it because he's saying that he thinks United States will struggle, and it's going to continue for every single one. Father Bling, thanks for being here. Massive respect. Mellow Sonic Sound, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Daniel Dolan, thanks for being here. All right. JD, next question. I'm going to come to you, JD. Next question. Coaches in CONCACAF, how would you compare them? Give us your top 5. I will have to do that, but I have to do what I came out to do first, and then I will do that right after. Warren Webster says, good lineup, JD. Yes, I agree that it's a good lineup for CONCACAF standard, but maybe in the world standard, it might still need some tweaks, or maybe the system of the coach just never fits the style of Colombia on the day. But I'm going to get to my take as well. Lanzi said, I am very concerned having listening to the assistant coach. Okay, so that's for Jamaica. I can't go there as yet because I am sticking. And as I've said yesterday, I'm going to only pick out comments that's actually in line with the topic that I'm on the day, so the show can move on at a faster rate. So hope you guys understand. Big up Ski College. Thanks for being here. My Chan says we suck. So he's American and he's saying that America sucks. All right. Colombia, humble, our lineup. Okay. Claudine showing our dual citizenship. All right. Ricardo Baggio says, sweet me, you see, every they put on those jersey, they should get 10-0. Okay, you're sweet. Yeah, so you're happy that United States got humbled. Okay, wow. My God. Kush says, pass your bedtime, Warren. Okay. Big up to any Earth Strong Warren as well. My Chan says, USA good for CONCACAF. Terrible if in Europe, UEFA are Ball. So that means you're telling me in return, we are not good enough. CONCACAF ain't good enough overall. So what you would use to get CONCACAF better? That's a question to ask as well. All right. So I thought, let me start break it down. If it's a coach's system, for me, I thought that they had won the ball back enough. They had completed 17 tackles, intercepts, well in the game, but the individual battles with isolations and the reaction timing was just not good enough. So what I meant about the reaction time, when they do get the ball, the seconds that they have on the ball, they never create that extra space. Like when they're playing CONCACAF teams, they can create the extra space because they are fitter, stronger, and higher quality players. They couldn't do well with that. So that tells me that even though those players are good players, they might not match up with the level of the elite players them on Colombia's team. That's what I would say. So I couldn't just jump to blame the coach only. I would say that's a bit just okay. Diaz, Sanchez, Urias, James Rodriguez Bore just showed that, okay, maybe their intensity and style that they play at is just completely different for the players on United States team. And maybe you could say that the coach should have changed things very early, because it was very clear from the first 15 minutes how they were getting in behind United States that it's going to be a problem. He never made much changes, adjustments in the game until around 38 minutes in the game. That is way too long for you not to make adjustments when you're already 2-0 down and it looks like you're going to concede more and you don't make any adjustments. So I could say it's a balance between the coach not dealing with big games well, because I've watched him in the World Cup as well and heard his statements from time to time, especially the Netherlands game. I've listened to him and I realized that sometimes he can get caught in the limelight and not really like getting starstruck on the big stage and not knowing how to deal with things and leave his players to bail him out a lot of times. So I can understand if people said that he was out of his depth with the tactics from both coaches yesterday, and Colombia outplayed them on the tactical side, because every time they had their moments, Colombia found ways to nullify their moments. All right, and that maybe with the age gap on both teams, both starting 11s, and the coaches' versatility. So I wouldn't flat out say it's the coach mainly, but I would give him the bigger percentage of this, because he has enough games to start making switches in the team, and this is not his first go around for the national team. So definitely you have to blame him some extent, but also the players them as well. You have to give them somewhat of the blame for not adjusting to the style of Colombia. All right, so I would say it's more of a 70-30 though. I would definitely blame him way more. All right, I would blame him way more, but the players them, you have to call it out as well, that the players them, sometimes they can just get caught up in the moment and look clueless as to chance creation. You understand me? Even with the Jamaica game, you can clearly see that they were the better team from start to finish, but yet still they look clueless once Jamaica slot in a low block. It's like that extra creativity just couldn't unlock anything. All right, until something goes their way. And sometimes that can lead by experience. Sometimes you don't have the experience, so you don't know how to do it. You understand me? So sometimes something have to happen for you to build off that, and that's what I kept seeing with this United States team. They have to keep on building off something that maybe like it's a own goal from Corey Burke scored, and then they built off that. But you could see them spirit dropping on their faces, which is not good. All right, so I will blame the coach. I will blame the coach Berhalter, but also the players them. We have seen it enough from them that they drop their heads after not getting what they want. I think everyone can agree to that. So sometimes that can be the big problem. But maybe they don't believe in Berhalter's tactics as well. That could be a case. But that still remains that you're not professional enough. That still remains that you're not professional enough, and that could cause big problems. So I would blame the coach, Berhalter, but still have to put 30% blame on the players. Let me know if you guys agree or not. All right, yes, and then we can move on to the next one about Concacaf, how good Concacaf truly is and what can make it better. All right, I wanted to go through that. Guys, once you come in, please do it like on the keep and share and subscribing the thing. It really helps the channel if you guys do so. All right, let me try and get some comments right here. Big up English, thanks for being here. Craig says Berhalter needs to go. All right, that away. Ripple says no, Concacaf is set up for us to always win. So, no, Concacaf is set up for us to always win. So when they play outside of the region, they are barely scratching the surface. All right, so let me know if my explanation based off what I've assessed and written down is actually like if I jumped on some points. Let me know. Haiti Football said Concacaf is awful because Concacaf only cares about two teams, USA and Mexico. When they start invested in other teams in the region, Oh, the overall region will get better. Okay, nice. Love that one. Love that insight right there, Big Boss. Craig said he needs to go. All right. So he's saying that my boy Berhalter should shoulder all the blame. Then we have MP Dublin 94 said, JD, this USA game is a warning to us that our bench needs to be as good or better than the starting 11. We can't have any drop off in talent or we will be humbled. All right. Warren Webster says, bedtime. I am at work. Man, okay, take your time, Big Boss. All right, then we have Jason Ferran in the building. Big up yourself, massive respect. Property for sale says big up to you as well. All right, yeah, man. My Chan said, yeah, I'm tired of blaming Berhalter. We aren't really a team. Individual talent and ego gets in the way. Okay, so people seeing what I'm saying as well. Alj said, are we winning any games in Copa, JD? Well, we have to start ask if any one of the teams will be winning any game in Copa unless we are playing each other. That's what we have to start asking. That is the serious question, Alj. So not just move about if we are going to win any games. Are we going to win any other games aside from each other? It's like you're not getting what's going on. Javani said, JD, have you touched on the fact that the U20 team that the JFF are hiding under the radar to avoid the fans hitting out? No, well, last 2-0 to Guatemala yesterday, we need our best players. No, Javani, you should have sent that to me, my Instagram or something. I have not caught up with it because I have so much news to deal with, and that's why I explained to people that I am investing the time in certain contents for certain time. So sorry if I never catch on to that. I have the youth 15s. I knew that the youth 20s would have been playing, but I never touched it. All right. And I'm not going to lie to you. I can't break down so much games because I have to look at the games, them write them down and apply my knowledge that I have place, you know, and the amount of games I've done yesterday, Giovanni, with streaming, because people see me online, they said I'm online a lot yesterday, so you know that I'm putting in the work. But Giovanni, if you have any link, send it to me, so if it's recorded, so I can rewatch it, break it down, put it in tomorrow's Trapping Up. All right, yes, but you know I'm not running from it. I will love that extra info. All right. All right, we will do. All right, so Mexico actually gave Brazil a game. We are going to get to that right after, and that will be a part of our discussion as it relates to CONCACAF as a whole. Webster said Suriname to the world. Blessings. Okay, we will get to Suriname as well when we are talking about everybody's performance. Big up to T&t as well to bounce back after that poor display against Grenada. USA is not a good team. Only reason they are ranked so highly is because they get to beat Mexico 3 times in a year, which gives them a lot of points. All right, but at the same time, they are beating everybody, including ourselves as well. All right. Lee Young said, you need help, JD. I would need help as well. If I have a true editor, that would be lovely, because sometimes I can chop these streams up shorter, and that would be good. But obviously, I don't have those things, so I try to stay in the lane because I always choose quality over quantity every single time. So that is always my problem. So if I can't do it, I just leave it alone and do what I can do on the day. Today, I have Nigeria coming after the Youth 17 girls for the final leg of World Cup qualifiers. Then I have Jamaica after Jamaica live match. Then I have to go straight back over. I won't do any post match of Jamaica. Go over to Haiti match to close off the night, and then I will rewatch them tomorrow. Then come with my post match. So that's what I've done, and I've always stick on the quality. And I'm loving that I'm getting these matches because it actually helps develop me as trying to get to coaching level, the right coaching level as well, you know, more games. All right, so the next part of the conversation, let me go through Mexico so we can answer. We look at the CONCACAF region. All right, so Mexico had played yesterday. A better Mexico team than the one that played Uruguay and got demolished. It was a team to check out players. That's what they were doing as it relates to Uruguay game. So they got 4-0 in that one. It's a complete different team. All right, so that's why I said Never read into too much for that Uruguay game. It's only tactical alone make fun of the Mexicans of that roster. All right. So this is the roster that started for both teams. Julius Gonzalez in goal. Arteaga at left back. Juan Vasquez as left centre back. Edson Alvarez as right centre back. Reyes as right back, and in midfield you have Carlos Rodriguez, Luis Romo. You know I rate him highly, and Luis Chavez, the man that will ping balls and strike balls from 90 million yards. Julian, Santiago Jimenez, and Udiel Antuna. Then Brazil squad, Jan Cota, Militao, Bremer, and Arana with Alice in goal. So the back line is already star-studded, world level. All right. Edison, Douglas Luiz, and Pereira. So they're trying to fit the midfield a little bit more younger than what I'm seeing here. And Ivan Nilsson, Savio, and Gabriel Martinelli started. And then the guys that featured was Lucas Paqueta, Pepe, Hendricks, as you know, I talked about him, Bruno Guimaraes, and Vinicius Jr., with Jai Gomez. And then from Mexico, you have Guillermo Martinez, Cesar Erta, and Cartizo with Alexis Vega and Pineda. All right, so all quality players, the best set of players them you can have for Mexico. Maybe Jimenez would have added to this squad a little bit better because he finished well for Fulham. So that maybe that's the only player you would say added to this would have made it astronomically better. But everyone else is there. All right. So this game, let me give you the first goal came from Brazil. Andreas made it 1. Martinelli made it 2-0 after 54 minutes. All right. And then 2 goals scored by Mexico to make it 2-2, and then Hendricks keep on scoring the winners around the 15th game in a row, and he's 15 years old. I don't know how he makes it. I don't know how he makes those things happen, but he's 15 years old and he keeps on scoring. And that's why I told Demo the last time, Demo, watch football. Stop watching your phone. Stop classing Hendricks with any other human being. This little kid is like exactly when we see R9 Ronaldo coming up. Maybe Demo is a little bit younger, so you wouldn't understand what I'm saying. But yes, he gives you the same feeling. Yes, so he came on and got the winner. Overall statistics, let me give you half by half. First half, it was 49-51, slightly in favor of Brazil. Brazil had 3 shots, 2 on target. So if you watch the game, they were trying to make sure they are clear when they're taking their shots. Mexico had 7 shots, but none on target, or no big chances, whilst Brazil had 3, but 2 big chances at the same time. Then the second half, it was 39-61 in favor of Brazil. Brazil had 6 shots and a 1 big chance, whilst Mexico had 6 shots and 1 big chance with the 39, because they dropped deeper and try to counter rather than try to press to get possession. So they played 2 different styles in the game itself. So they are working towards the Copa. That's what I saw from Mexico yesterday. All right. So the overall possession was 44 for Mexico to 56, and 3 big chances to 1, 13 shots from Mexico to 9 for Brazil. But I told you about the standard right there, and another team from our region lost. Mexico doesn't do well against South American teams, but I thought like as in the result on the day, or like the main result that shows they don't do well. But I can say that the performance itself never looked bad at all from Mexico. I think Mexico looks more organized than United States, and I think that is because they're older and more experienced. All right. Yes, more experience, and that's what I'm seeing right there. But I like what I saw from Mexico. I thought that they were better than United States. But still, both of our top teams, every time they go up against big challenges, they do lose. Like maybe their record is very terrible. Out of 30 games, they might win 2 2 out of 30 or 3 out of 30. That is very bad for our region. Let me go through the chat, see what people says about that one, and then we can move on. All right. Historical Mexico has always played well against Brazil and has registered some impressive wins. Well, their recent record against South American teams are terrible, terrible. Yeah, they have not won so much, and maybe one win out of the last 11. All right, yes, so it's not good, and maybe a draw or so. The record is not good at all. Fabian says, me see USA and Mexico get beat up. Winner ready for Copa. All right, all right. But I've not gone to Jamaica as yet, because I do think Jamaica. We have to be honest to ourselves. I don't know who would say that we are better than Mexico. Nobody believes that. The coach don't believe that. The players don't believe that. Nobody believes that. All right. So if they are not going to do well, I don't put Jamaica in the conversation. I just leave Jamaica for where they are, and we have our discussion on Jamaica. We are just dealing with these two teams, then we move on. It's not looking good for Concacaf. I think it's going to get better because of the other teams that we're going to talk about, included Jamaica, included Haiti, included Suriname, included Costa Rica, included several teams getting better players. I do believe that the region will get better maybe in the next 4 years. I don't think no, but maybe in the next 4 years. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe in the next 4 years, we're going to see more improvements because these teams are going to bring in quality players. So that means the competitiveness is going to always be there because we're going to have a top 15. A top 15 that will stretch apart from the top 15 will stretch apart from the rest of the CONCACAF. I honestly believe so. Because you have some teams are really getting good players, and it's going to take a little time. Gier Snyder said, if you don't believe, then you never will. Just as simple. Well, they are going to in coaching, my brother. You believe in your plan. But most of the times, you know where you are. All right? Yes, in coaching. So I was really relaying it as a coaching term more than anything else. So you know where your development reaches and where development. Jamaica is not better than USA or Mexico. All right? So if you win is if you get a favored day with them missing majority of their chances because they're going to create more because their synergy is a little bit better. All right. Maybe you have the talent at this point that can compete with them, just the same with United States. All right. So that's what I was actually saying. And the conversation was to clear off the matter of how good is the CONCACAF region. And pretty much it's not the best at this point. And that's what we're seeing. And we got to be honest to ourselves. And I would agree with anyone that says so. And we will see more in the Copa, how much of our teams can actually get results. All right. But one second, guys. Their players because Panama gets the money to develop their team, but it's coming from they have to grow their players. They can't just go like Suriname and get big players. They have to grow their players through. So the next 4 years, I think they have a good core of around 78 players that will go worldwide. And because they're going to keep on playing from U17 to 20, they're going to just fall straight into the team. So that's what I have to wait for Panama and Honduras. But with Suriname and Curacao, you can get more ready-made players, but they will still need the time, maybe 2 years or so. So that's why I said 4 years. So some teams will have to bring through players, and some teams will have to get players, but gain experience over the time. So in 4 years, I think United States, Mexico will truly have their tests. I honestly believe so. Maybe before the 4 year end, both United States and Mexico will be getting beaten a lot easier and a lot more frequent. You're going to see Jamaica, Suriname, Panama, Haiti will be beating USA and Mexico in the next 3.5 years, more on a consistent basis. Just watch. Because the talent's coming through. I saw that Jamaica, not from the country, We are not matching them with talent from the country, but the players them that Jamaica is connected to, they are the same level as USA players. Suriname young players them came through, you saw them. They are the same, they are even higher than some of the United States level players. Yeah, yes, my internet lags from time to time. Sorry about that. So with all of those players getting better through the system, it's going to be different after a few years. So if United States and Mexico don't get their acts together, especially Mexico, of not sending more of their players worldwide, I think Mexico might drop off faster than United States as well. Because United States still kind of stay with trying to pick the best players and going for players. Mexico is a little bit different. They keep more of their players in their league and believe that their league is good enough to pick from. But they have to definitely improve that in order for better to come. So I would say 4 years. So that's my conclusion to the conversation. 34 minutes on it. Damario Johnson said Colombia hurt USA pride. All right. What about Costa Rica? I've dropped out Costa Rica, Snyder, because Costa Rica is in it. Remember, we just saw Aguilera them coming through already. All right. We saw Bennett does his thing. Alcacer breaking through. I saw him in Netherlands, in Belgium. He's in Belgium. He's here. All right. Contreras, he's coming through. He's a little bit older than the pack because he's around 23, almost 24. So yes, Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica already coming out of their rebuilding phase. Snyder. I think Costa Rica already, so that's why maybe I didn't put them in it so much, because all of those players that I'm naming out, they are already coming through. All right. They're already coming through that little segment right there. So that's why I never named them Snyder. But remember, I have the documents here, you know, man. I have kept tabs on all of these players. All right? Yes, man. Yeah, so that's why I have not put Costa Rica in it. So let me move on now to deep dive in CONCACAF. Yes, because Alcacer doing well, Bennett doing well, Contreras, and ones that he does operate from the wing forward to the striking role to the cam. So if all of those players are playing at high level, it's hard for him to get in the team, because those players are actually, and they are 20 years younger than him, because sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the whole heap of what you call it, lags. All right, my fault right here. The lags are killing me. Let me do some shares. Let me do some shares so people to come in. Please do hit the like button as you're coming, guys. Get me to 150 likes before the stream finish, if you can do so. All right. All right, let me share it right here so people knows that I'm live. All right. So 1 second, guys. Give me a little minute. Let me share it around. Okay. All right. Okay, so we had some good performances yesterday, but we might not have gotten all the goals that I had planned out. You know, the 17,000 goals, I never got it, you know? Yes. But we are gonna have the conversation anyway. All right. So let me start right here. Let me get to CONCACAF. All right. So we had some games played. All right, so let me start with the early ones. The early ones that played. Guatemala, British Virgin Islands. That's the first one. That is in Jamaica's group. All right, I'm going to come to the comment section right after. That is in Jamaica's group. All right, Guatemala, British Virgin Islands. This game started off rocket pace. British Virgin Islands could have been under 6-love within 30 minutes. All right. Overall, the game finished 6 big chances for Guatemala, 28 shots to 5. All right. But the first half ended 14 shots, and I think they have missed out a few shots. 2 big chances to 4. All right. Credit to British Virgin Islands. They stick on the counter, or sometimes just the blatant long ball from back to front, and their striker is a very strong player. He can try create something out of nothing. All right. Yes. And they try to play football out of the back when they do have the opportunity. So they might be something in the future, but for now, I don't think they have reached where they want to reach, where they want to be. But at the same time, they could, if you are not technical enough, they could drop back and frustrate you. All right. So I could see them not conceding so much goals against less technical teams. All right, yes. But at the end, I thought Guatemala deserved to win by a little bit more. I saw a goal scored. One of the goals them that scored, I don't think it was offside. I think it's a legitimate goal. But the referees were atrocious yesterday, especially in the first two games that we were watching: British Virgin Islands, Guatemala, and Anguilla, Suriname. Those two referees are trash. Trash. I'm telling you, trash. All right, yes. But with that said, what you guys made of the game, let me, every one of the games, them, we are not going to finish here in 2 hours. All right. All right. Jamaica getting better players from overseas. Yes, that is true. Yeah, or at least we have players available better from overseas. Let me phrase it right. All right. Campbell already out of his prime. His prime was 17,000 years. All right. You have to give him credit. All right, what Nitro say now? Suriname not going anywhere, bug side. Okay. We are not the best, but we are going to shock the world at Copa. All right, so okay, Nitro is talking. I don't know. Nitro is talking, and because maybe he watches something, he makes his mind up. So I can't fight with Nitro. Professional Pro Club says Big Roxy coach. All right, so I think he's talking Jamaica's coach. Mychan says I really do hope the rest of Concacaf gets better and start beating USA. Better coach and more money going into smaller, poorer countries will make us all better. That is true. Humble the US, so they have to act. Yes. All right. Snyder said, except USA and Mexico, Costa Rica is already beneath the level they were. I know that they will lose against Nacho at the Nations League. But them losing against them not necessarily means that they are not good. I think that the players that Nacho getting kinda make them can smash and grab. I don't think they're gonna have the cohesive style as Costa Rica, but because maybe they have the more talents in their prime, they could get the win. But I think it's gonna be a good game to watch, a very, very good game to watch, for at least from my standpoint. All right, I watched the Dominica versus Guatemala game. Dominica can bounce it, so we have to be careful. Okay, what time for today? It should be 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 6 hours, 7 hours. So that's 2 o'clock Jamaica's time. I think it's 2 o'clock Jamaica's time will be the game. What if Guatemala tops the group? Jamaica comes second. And obviously, if they come second, they're going to be in one of the hardest group. So that means they're going to be in a group with 2 of the best. It all depends. They're going to be in a group with 2 first place teams. So it's going to be Jamaica plus 2 at the first place team, and we don't, depending on how much goal difference we get and how much points we finish on, we might be in a next group with more tough teams as well. So our next good second place team fighting for 1 spot. So I actually think this qualifiers, this actual setup is harder for any one individual team to qualify. It's actually harder than the X or the X. What say you guys? I think this is actually harder. This phase 3 setup, it's actually harder for me. Because what they do now, for instance, if Jamaica doesn't qualify against Guatemala, they come second, they're going to already go in there with 2 other teams. So what if Panama, because Panama will have Nicaragua in their group, so their goal difference might not be the best. So they might be ranked as maybe a lower rated first place team. So that will match with one of the next best rated first place teams. And so that means Panama, Suriname, Jamaica can end up in one group fighting for 1 spot. So that's why you can't call anything as yet. So we have to be careful. I think they set up for some of us to fail. All right, that's all I'm gonna tell you. I think this sets up for a lot of teams to fail and not making the World Cup. All right, yes, because I have a feeling that you're gonna have big teams going in the same actual group. It's not going to be every big team stretched out over the actual 3 groups in the final phase to qualify. So, people, we're going to have a lot of eye waters. Believe me. And it's not because you're not better than the next team in the next group, but all because you never got a chance to face that team. And the next one, the Axe and those ones, you had chances to face all teams twice. So you could have damaged them. Now you have some teams that you don't face none at all. And they can make the World Cup and you never face them overall. So it makes it a little bit trickier. But let me know what you think about CONCACAF and their setup, as in how they have gone about making this one. I think it leads some more excitement though. All right, so we have Lord for a Reason donated to the channel. Says up JD and everyone. Colombia is a team to watch. All right, all right. Massive respect, big boss, for the super chat right there. All right. Jamaica just need to win the group. Stop worrying about goal difference. No, I've not talked about that as in them winning the group and goal difference. I'm talking about how things can work. And I wasn't talking about Jamaica either. I was talking about everybody in the actual competition. So if you get that from it, that was not what I was saying. I was talking about the entire competition. All right. And I'm saying that anybody can drop out. And I think it's harder than the actual one that we just saw. That's what I was saying. All right. Nitro said, don't listen to weak art Suriname Asian. We will qualify easily. All right, then no problem. That means you don't listen well. You don't listen well. All right. Yes. So Samson, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. So that's a good start for Guatemala. Guatemala picked up their next 3 points. So they're on +9 goal difference and 6 points. So now they will Jamaica will come, which we're going to discuss that after. Then we have Suriname, which it looks like it gives a lot of people PTSD. You know, it looks like it gives a lot of people PTSD, like Nitro. You know, all of a sudden their comprehension skills leave the room when we're talking about everyone else. That's why I love talking about everyone else, because it triggers the egotistic maniacs to go all over the place. All right, yes. So anyways, now Suriname had a game against Anguilla, a lower opposition, because Suriname coming into this one was 100-1 favorites. And 100-1 favorites. That's one of the first time I saw the gap so big, 100-1. So Suriname never had any ways to lose this one. They are playing a poor team. What I would say, the actual field was not good. The field was not good. As I've said before, the officiating is one of the worst I've ever seen in football's history. I saw a guy fly kick a player without the ball close by him. And the referee says, continue to play. Saw the keeper run out of the box and handle the ball. And the referee says, continue playing. I saw a man run through a man's ankle, and the referee says, continue playing. Even the players fighting with them after the game finished. Some terrible calls. All right, so after that, let me just give you the information of the players. Them White was 100-1. Coming into this window, Suriname is the highest market value team in the entire competition. All right, so this is how they are recruiting. They are recruiting good players. All right, obviously Jamaica can be rated higher, but they had to have Leon Daly and those guys on the pitch. But that shows you that once you drop off certain players, the quality might drop off a lot. So Suriname came in with Etienne Vicen. He's one of the quality keepers them that a lot of people in the world trying to get now. Good passing out from the back, sometimes too comfortable. All right, yes. And then you have Mighty Abena, one of the only ones that are in the team from a long time. Mighty Abena is the only one, to be honest. After that, you have Dakesdale, Middlesbrough came in, Van der Kos came in as well, Denswell came in as well, Kenneth Paul came in, Farai came in, Mantnar came in, Messiedan came in, Loneway came in, Conrad came in. So off the entire start 11, it's only one player alone on the team for long. And then on the bench as well, it's the same thing. Pinas is there for a while now, but Ellerman, Becca is there for a while. Maybe not so much, but still for a while. Girana Kirk, a new player that came in as well. And Adepe is from the country, so you have to keep on using them. And you have Wanahan and such. So their squad is really filling out, and you have some injuries. So they can even no local guys at all. They can up even their market value a little bit more. Maybe it's not going to challenge anyone of Jamaica, Canada, United States, Mexico, if all of those teams are at their full strength, but they have a higher market value than everybody else. Even at full strength, it's just Jamaica, Canada, Mexico, and United States can actually have a higher market value than them. And I actually think a higher level of players than them. Only those 4 teams ahead of them in players' quality. They don't have the experience though. We can all say that they don't have the experience. All right, so even yesterday with the tough fields and stuff and the patchy feel, you could clearly see, that they held on to the ball, won back the ball, they dominated position and everything, but you could see that they couldn't maneuver over it because they don't use to Concacaf as yet. So maybe in the future they will. No, we know that they're going to get better in the future, but now they are just winning off sheer, because they're just winning off that and their technical footballing style, because technical style breeds more concentration from the opponent, and if you're lower quality, technical footballing style can always play through you. All right, so they won both games, 4 goals. They conceded 1 though. All right, so they have the +7 and they look solid. Charles Lebeka, Girana Kirk, Mantnar came in. They definitely look good. Al Elaman looks very solid. His pressing metrics gives Suriname a different dimension with their passing qualities, because I still believe that they move the football better than almost everybody in CONCACAF aside from Mexico. I think Mexico and Suriname moves the ball the best, and with more time they might just go up match Mexico in that style. I'm not going to leave out Curacao as well. Curacao moves the ball very good, but I just don't think they have the quality as Suriname, but they still move the ball very good and they have experience. The Curacao already have the experience, and that's why I have said early on CONCACAF will be better in 4 years when better players can join these teams to boost them, and also teams that are already good in quality can get that experience to be massively better. So Suriname, they did the best. We expected them to win both of these games, but sometimes in the past they would have slipped up in some of these games, maybe winning 1-0 or something. So the fact that they still scored 4, I expected 6. They should have scored more, but obviously the poor officiating and such, and the field condition hindered them big time. All right, so I will see before my judgment will be cast on Suriname in the Nations League. When I see them go up against, they have Costa Rica in their group. They have Costa Rica in their group and Guadeloupe. I want to see them against Guadeloupe. If they can destroy Guadeloupe, I start to look at them different. And if they continue, they go on to beat Costa Rica, then we have to give them their credit. But until those 2 games, I'm going to reserve the judgment on them, because if they do beat those 2 games, I think that they're going to win the group that they're coming out of. You know, so let me see. And I think everyone would agree, if they can beat Guadeloupe and Costa Rica, they can beat Puerto Rico and also El Salvador. You get me? So let me wait on Suriname, but definitely quality is there 100%. All right, but we don't know. It's not quality alone win football. Ask Jamaica. Ask Jamaica. If it was quality alone win football, I think Jamaica would have been surely just flat out in the top 4. All right, yes. So it takes more than just quality to win games. So I'm reserving my judgment on Suriname, but definitely I like what they are doing. Their players are very, very good. Mr. J says ask England as well. That is very true, because over 30 years, I've been asking England over 30 years now, and I can't get any answer. I get more commercials to buy more jerseys. All right, Samson says, JD, things not going too good. Going to look good for some team. I hope Jamaica is not one of those teams. Yes, I do believe that. Top of the morning, Jay in the weather. Hope you are okay. Jason never shared the link in the 8JD group. Oh my God. Because I've not talked about Jamaica's yet, so that's why. English says officiating has been one of the biggest problem in the CONCACAF for a while. But those challenges that I'm seeing, I don't think every footballer want to come to CONCACAF, because I am not playing any football football that a man can fly kick me, try break my leg, just tear up my leg, and he doesn't even get a red card. No, I am not signing up for that damn thing. I'm staying in Europe, not playing for no country in Concacaf. Those are some dodgy calls. In Africa, they have some dodgy calls as well, you know. Because I was watching Nigeria, South Africa the other day, you know, I can't believe if that is football, you know. So some of these officiatings are terrible. Africans, best of yourself. Thanks for being here. Nigel said, when Grimmy catch Suriname, he will turn them into whatever you want to call it. Yeah, well, we will see that time. And I hope you get a lesson learned. To listen and learn, all right, and follow up things and work and have your balls. That's what you need to do. Have your balls in life. Say what you see as it is, and things can always change. I Right Vibe says, and they got Guyana as well. But I'm not counting Guyana because if they beat Guyana, we will say that they have an overpowered squad. So I'm just talking about the games. They have 4 games coming up. If they can win those games, that's where Suriname will gain their respect from. They have to beat El Salvador, Puerto Rico, Guadeloupe, or Costa Rica. If they beat 2 out of those 4, I can say, yes, it's showing that their squad definitely quality there, but maybe they need more time. You know, they need more time to build their repetition up, and they're going to be a force. But if they lose all 4, we have to say that, okay, we have to give them more time, or maybe they failed. Maybe like Nitro and those guys can use that statement to say they failed. Shen's Entertainment said, JD, can you tell me what is going on here? Why is low and under Nicholson shoulder with Nicholson holding a bunch of flowers? What are you talking about? Wow, what is Shen's Entertainment talking about? I don't know. That was not football related, so I can't give you an answer on that one. All right. Yes, I don't know. I don't have a clue. All right, so that is Suriname. So let me tick off Suriname now. So those are the first game. Guatemala and Suriname, both of them did their jobs. And they looked impressive to some extent. I would say Guatemala, their defensive line shows some little frailties from time to time. So I will agree with Marlon and co. All right. I would agree with Marlon and co. That Guatemala shows some defensive problems, but I would say the same for Jamaica because I think Damrep is a better team than British Virgin Islands. So I don't know how to calculate who looks more weaker defensively. But I would say Jamaica might be stronger because I think Jamaica have the natural talent, better defenders, because Deshaun Bernard is one of the best defenders in the region. Hector showcased that he can be one of the best in the region on his day as well. You understand me? Yes. All right. So people laughing out. I don't know about any flowers and man holding shoulders and all of those stuffs. I am here to talk football. I never knew that I had to do those things. JD was open for your knowledge and insight on Jody Brown. Thank you. Good God. Let me not put. We're gonna do that separate because I've talked about the player. You know, and I'm going to do a breakdown for Reggae Girlz as well, because I never did a shorter one for the 2 Brazil encounters. But we did streams on it though, off streams. Yeah. Drew Ross in the building, big of yourself. Dean Fraser, kiss him teeth. I don't know why. All right. I don't know if I said something wrong that he's not agreeing with. All right. So let me move on now. Cayman Islands got the win over Antigua right there, 1-0. As what we expected, Antigua was the better team. But Cayman Islands did Antigua the same thing Antigua did to Bermuda. And see, that is the only upset score I saw today. Cayman Islands defeating Antigua. We expected Antigua to get at least a 2-1 win over them. Cayman Islands got all 3 points. So that is super for Cayman Islands. Wow, continue doing anything right there. That is a shocker right there. All right, now and then let me move on to Curacao, one of the next Netherlands-based teams. All right, getting in quality players. Maybe not the same level as Suriname, but definitely they are getting in quality players indeed. All right. They got only a 2-0 victory yesterday. All right. But I thought that they looked way better. And this is where I was telling you guys that they need they need better strikers. All right, they had 5 big chances missed, and more big chances that was not recorded. They had 27 shots to 4, and they had 76 possession, which they dominate possession against almost every team. Even they can go up with possession against Mexico and the United States as well. So they are very good at ball retention and playing out of the back. I just believe that they are lacking a true striker, like a true quality striker from the region. They used Kenji, Janga, and Margarita as the front 3 yesterday, and they are always the front 3 up there, especially Kenji and Janga. Those are the 2, but I don't think they are. Dino Ray, I know that is your son, but I don't give him that high praise, as you guys know. All right, but if Curacao gets a striker, they can be a very, very good team. All right. Yeah, they can be a very, very good team, Curacao. But 6 points for Curacao, you can't beat them. Obviously, they have not scored the amount of goals in the second game, what we expected from them. But they dominated the game from start to finish. And with a better striker, they could have finished this game 9-10. So it proved what I'm saying, that Curacao needs a striker. So they need to try convince someone from Netherlands to come in and assist them. All right. And winning more games, putting themselves in a good position that could make them actually convince more people, because that's what Suriname doing as well. You get me? All right, so Nigel said, bless up Cayman, my home away from home. Nigel said, Cayman better than overhyped Suriname as well. All right, David J says, any news on Young Reggae Boyz? But remember, we're going through the whole Concacaf. This is a Concacaf stream, so we have to go through everyone. We're going to still end on Jamaica, but you're going to learn about the other teams and what they're doing. You understand me? So let we wait on Jamaica teams. All of Jamaica teams lost. All of Jamaica young teams lost. So that tells you what happened. I've not gone into details, but all of them lost. U15 lost, U20 lost, everybody lost. All right? But I'm going to break down those games on a different stream. All right? Let me just stick to what we planned out, people. All right? Thanks, Cranky Live, for the subscription. All right? Yes, Robert Hamilton, we gave United States 30 minutes of the program. So you can pull back the program and you will get the United States conversation right there. All right, so Nicaragua, they are secretively going in a good direction. I think I have them as my most impressive team. What would you say, guys, out of this window for teams that played 2 games so far? I think I knew that they would have done well, you know, but I think that they are my most impressive team. Nicaragua. I like their pressing system and I like their transitions and such. All right, they make sure if you're a poor team, they're gonna expose that you have to pass through them every single time. Yes, sometimes the counters they can let through a lot of counters, but I think if they keep this up, they might can get ahead of steam with more games and shock Panama. I know that Marlon won't agree with this, but they can shock Panama. All right, they can shock Panama. Them and Panama is the ones fighting for top spot here. They won 4-0 over Belize right here. 4-0 over Belize. They had 64 possession, 26 shots and 3 big chances. I think Sakasova not doing well with the big chances. Around 78 true big chances in the game. All right, they could have won it a little bit more as well, but 4-0 is respectable at this point. All right, and so that puts them at top spot, and Panama has to blast away some goals to get up there. So Panama has a +7 goal difference. So Panama need to make up at least 5 goals. All right, yes, because it's gonna come down to both of those teams. Guyana and Montserrat in it. They are good enough teams, but I don't think they are gonna truly. Guyana can be the counter-attacking team that can hurt one of them on the day with a good defensive display, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think both of them will run through the entire pack, and it's gonna come down to the final game. We saw that the final game will be in Panama, so that might just help Panama a little bit more. All right, so that's up, and then we are gonna deal with T&t. You know, T&t. We have to give them big respect. You know, so let me try find T&t here, because T&t beat the bricks of where is T&t? Trinidad. All right, Trinidad. Let me come to the comments, and then we all right. Let me get Trinidad here. Trinidad. I expected 7, but not the extra goal, the goal conceded. All right. So let me. All right. Fire gonna say JD Cayman create more chances in the game. All right. More chances overall, or you're saying they created more chances than what I gave them? Let me know. Robert says Colombia. Yes, yes, yes. Match day. Yes, the USA got spanked. Okay, okay. On to the next. Says Jamaica plays today. Yes, they are playing today. But for me, you know my thing already. I am way more a wide-based channel. So you might not get the 3 hours from me directly about Jamaica only. You understand me? You're going to get more of everything what's going on in Concacaf. And I think I like that a lot more, because I think sometimes you guys might not like me talking 3 hours about Jamaica, because it's not going to be me decried Jamaica for 3 hours straight. I am going to pick off things that might not sound too good for Jamaica, and then you guys are going to tell me that's match day. So it's good when time I can just talk football overall. You know, it's better that way. All right, and then I can give Jamaica a portion where I can just stay on what you guys want, which is just all the good size. I can just pack 15 minutes out of good only. All right, yes. And then I have no cussing in the discard. All right, yes. Or in the chat, I should say. Boy, Juras, it not look good. Them full of bad mind to get the best coach. Okay. Stet says T&t really played well yesterday. Piola, baby, good morning. Piola, baby. So you're saying that a man role for who? For who? Let me know. Jamaica will not give you the chance to say I told you so. That is Wells. I don't know what is wrong with these guys, you know, man. Sandre Blake, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. And at JD, I'm sorry. When will you be about the reggae girls? Give me. I'm gonna put out a video Monday. Monday, I'm gonna do a short video on it. Monday, because I've not done the short breakdown. All right, so let me give T&t their flowers. So T&t won 7-1. They started with Justin Garcia, Aubrey David, and Trinidad with Denzel Smith in goal, Alvin Jones, Rampasad, Muckett, and Tristan Adge, with Yates and Ryan Moore, and up front you have Malcolm Shaw. All right, yes. I thought that they were the better team overall. Right throughout the game, they were a better team. And they kind of forced and really pushed Bahamas back, and only either they can go over the top or try to pass out. And they made a lot of errors passing out from the back. So over the top was the only way they had to go. All right, over the top was the only way they had to go. Thank God they got a goal in the 87th minute, but it was not the best display looking for Bahamas. It looks like if Bahamas find some right teams, they are going to be getting beaten really, really bad. Like 14-15, they are going to get beaten if they don't strategize defensively. I don't see the respect to Trinidad. Puts them on 4 points. All right, puts them on 4 points. That's all I can say. Big win for them. I think they have shown some polls now to say that maybe, because at first I thought that Costa Rica will just be the outstanding favorites over them. I think they have shown some life, that they could use the physicality to cause Costa Rica some problems, but I still pick Costa Rica over Trinidad. Plus, it is important that you educate the people on the teams. Jamaica keep underestimating other teams. But Nitro, you just disrespect every other team. You said Suriname is overhyped, and now Nitro, I can't understand you, man. All right, thanks for all the subscription. Massive respect. Please do subscribe if you like what I do and understand where I'm coming from. Well said. I didn't like the picture with the flowers neither. What picture you guys keep in touch? Why every day it's like you guys have a group? It's like you guys have a group where you share everything and I don't know about it. Because you guys come in to talk about yourself. Like talk amongst you guys self about what you guys like. You like and not like. I don't know nothing about any picture. Alright, a picture with Damian Lowe looking zesty with Shamar Nicholson. I hope people. That's what they said. It's the chat gave me that information. Damian Lowe, Shamar Nicholson. Let me see. Let me see if it's gonna pop up. All right. These guys. I'm talking about football, and you want me to look at zesty pictures. Damian Lowe, Shamar Nicholson. Oh, okay. Damian Lowe, Shamar Nicholson, Shensia, Bobby Reed, Damian Lowe. Okay, Damian Lowe has his hands on Shamar's shoulder with the flowers. Get people, it's a real world here, man. It's a real world. It's 2024 in man. You have different places than Jamaica in man. We know how we are and we know what we think, but it's not anything serious, man. Good God, man. Why you guys want to put on the young guys them? Because they have one rose in the video or in the picture. Oh my God, Jesus Lord. What you guys make of the picture? Let me bag. Let me know what you think about the picture. All right? Think like that. All right? It's just a Jamaican thing. All right? It is a Jamaican thing. Nowhere else in the world things like that. Only Jamaica. So it is a Jamaican thing. So let me know, since you guys want me to start my show, a football to talk about a picture that you guys deem zesty. All right? Oh my God. All right. Oh Lord. That was trolling you, boss man. Okay. Big up Nitro. Thanks. Mario said 5-0 victory for Jamaica team today. Shen says at JD, the two-man them looking very serious. All right. Shens, you are the one that brought this in the chat, you know. All right. Yes. And tell you what, going forward after 2 days, I'm only going to prioritize certain negative comments by the internet drops. All right. All I'm saying is some of those conversations, I'm going to only highlight it when it's in Super Chat, all right? Yeah, because it's going to take away from my show. So maybe it's going to drop some viewers. So you have to pay me for that time, all right? So Shens, you need to pay me for my time right there, all right? Because you derailed my show from what I came here for, all right? Yeah, man. Blessed said, plus it doesn't look zesty. All right, thank you. That's what I thought as well when I saw it. But how they described it, that was a problem. All right. JD, a one love. Okay. Adidas is a sporting company. No flowers needed. All right. Jesus God. Our ego, and our culture is not going to let us live in peace. Because the world that we're coming to, I don't think you guys, with this attitude, will get very far. As I said, when I just left Jamaica, came out of Belgium's Antwerp's Central Station, the first thing that reached me is reality in Belgium, you know? I went on a street by accident, and what I saw was foreign to me. Foreign to me. You know, I couldn't kick and thump down anybody because I would have gone back on the plane, never to see anywhere else in life. So it's called growth, you know. It's football time, JD. Have I not been talking about football for 73 minutes? It's only 15 seconds. I have been explaining something. All right. I will not talk anymore because it's like you guys bully me on my channel every single time. All right. Yes. Anyways, let me continue. Jesus God, these guys are proper bullies. So big win. See my Trinidad brother Prince Hood. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes, man. Give them credit for the 7. But you look at the performance, you think that they can take off Costa Rica? Let me know. All right. I am not going to read any comment, anything pertaining to that, unless it's in a super chat. I'm done with you guys. You come on my channel, and it's pure freeness you don't want, and entertainment. You don't have to pay me on my channel. I'm doing too much work, too much quality work for you guys. Pay me, and then I will have that conversation. But I want to finish my football right here. So that was the last game. That was the last one. That was the last one for the day. So now we're going to move on to games that will be played today. All right? So we have the early games. The early games today is Jamaica. Jamaica is the first one. Jamaica Dominica. That's the first one. Jamaica Dominica. Let me see the odds. Let me see the odds in this one. If it's 100 to 1. Dominica to Jamaica is 30 to 34 to 1. Is it that Dominica this good? Because Suriname got 100 to 1. I think they're overhyping Dominica, and I think Jamaica team is slightly better than what they 34 to 1 odds. I don't believe that. I think the odds should be bigger, even 50 to 1. I think they are not giving Jamaica any ratings, or maybe because of how Jamaica played against Damrep. Maybe that's why they have dropped the excitement, you know. But it's 34 to 1, very low odds. In my belief, you know. Sorry, JD. Some of us to say something. Okay, someone has to say something. Okay, well, I check your internet. Let me change the internet. Let me change the internet complete. 1 second, guys. Let me change the internet. Guys, I have my PlayStation 5. My computers and all the other gadgets connected to the one internet. So sometimes it can take more data for one place, you know? And I never, you can't prioritize it. Yeah. JD, make sure, is not cocoa juice you're drinking. Laugh out loud. No, man, 34. So you think that we shouldn't have a higher odds over Dominica? Are you guys thinking that Dominica is better than what I am giving them credit for? I can't believe that people saying that me delusional and me overhyping Jamaica. But I thought that Dominica... All right, you know what? So when me not give Jamaica the extra hype, you guys said I'm not Jamaican enough. And then when me give Jamaica the extra hype, you guys said I am giving them too much hype. My goodness. So let me start by asking you guys then, how you feel about the game going in? You think that it's a 30 to 1 game? Or you think it's a wider margin? You think it's a sure win for Jamaica? Okay. And that's what I thought. I thought that we are way better, but maybe the betting odds know something. Yeah. 7 to 1. Yeah. Prince would say Dominica little decent. Okay. All right. You think they can drop back and cause us some problems? What I saw still in the first game against Guatemala. Guatemala is way more technical than Jamaica. That is true. They had problems. They had problems before the Guatemala game. We have to put that in context. So they weren't training or anything, and they still when they set deeper, they caused Guatemala all sorts of chaos to break them down. So I do believe that if they set lower, they can cause Jamaica way more problems. They can cause Jamaica way more problems because Jamaica can't break down a team better than Guatemala. Jamaica can just only run past people on the wide sides. But breaking down, I've never seen Jamaica break down a team in the last 10 games or since this coach come in. I have never seen that ever. Never, ever. One tackle from Damian Lowe that was borderline a second yellow card if anything goes wrong, and then he throws it off to Shamar Nicholson. That is the closest to, and that was not breaking down a team either. That is just you winning the ball already in the final third. You understand me? So I don't know what to say. I truly don't know what to say as it relates to if they sit back, how we are going to break them down. And I think we're going to learn. We are going to learn how this coach can break down teams. So it's a good opportunity for us to see what the coach has in store to break down these teams. Yes. Heard that they reached back home late as well. Okay, damn. So why they are treating Dominica so bad? Right around Concacaf. Damn. Wow. I never knew that. All right. Bala Kick says, after Damre performance, JD, you have a little, you have me a little skeptical, okay? Okay, so you are a little bit skeptical based on the first performance. Okay. And I just said I would play the 6 JPL players. They are used to these conditions. No, no, no. I am not doing that, you know. What can I get a score line for this game? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Yesterday I put in a lot of 6-0s, you know, and I've not gotten the 6-0s. Them we have gotten the wins. We have gotten the wins, as expected, but we have not gotten the 6-0s. Only Trinidad. We gave Trinidad plus 2 goals. They got 7. We gave Suriname 6. They got 4. We gave Guatemala 6. They got 3. But I had said over 3 for both of these games. So I'm technically correct, but not precisely correct. All right? Yes. I heard Jamaica team got there before them. Yes, that is very bad though. I don't know what's happening with them. Kasuan JM, big up yourself. How you doing, man? Jamaican Guna in the building. Massive, massive respect. Yes, JD, the overseas players will struggle with this cricket field and the 2 p.m. But Suriname had to play what? Suriname played what? I think Suriname played the same time. And these guys are newer than Jamaican players. They are newer than Jamaican players because Jamaica never had any new player. Suriname, all of Suriname players them were new. All of Suriname players them were new. So, and they struggled. They have to find ways. They have to use their technical side. Man almost want to faint because the sun is very hot. They have to take 2-3 breaks. You understand me? So, we have to just get used to it. There are foreign players coming to the Concacaf region. You have to get used to it. And I think we should be used to it by now because that shouldn't be an excuse by now. The only team we can give the excuse to, be honest, Nitro, is only Suriname. Suriname can only get the pass. And over two more windows, Suriname can't use that as an excuse again. After 2 more windows, they can't use it as an excuse. You're supposed to be ready to play in all condition. All right? Yes, Suriname played the same time yesterday. We did the video. Cranky said, JD, us breaking down Dominica will be Cephas going by the opposition and not plays developed and affected by the coach. Jesus God, Cranky, you know, man. The one thing we're about Cranky, you know. Nobody can say it's a cranky, you know. And the worst thing they went and do and did, people, is to give Cranky a channel. Cranky, 1 second. Let me try share Cranky channel. I tried to get it yesterday. 1 second, people. Cranky live. Let me get it. Should subscribe to him on this one. Let me get it so you guys can go over Cranky. Remember, we have a showdown to go to do, you know. So I need to get him big, you know. I have 2 showdowns, so I need to get all of my my warboard friends them big. So when I go over there, I smoke Cranky in living colors, you know. Cranky live. So okay, I spell Cranky the right way. Cranky changed his name from the right Cranky because he doesn't want to be known as the Cranky of Arsenal. Okay, he didn't. You know, he spells it the Jamaican way. Cranky, okay, means maga. So Cranky, that's what they want to be known as. You should have spelled it the right way, the Cranky way, you know. All right, let me get this. Let me get this. All right, so people, I'm gonna pin this for Cranky, so you guys can go and support him over there. So yeah, man, we have to build all the day ones. Them Cranky was always here from a long time. So let me try and pin his link. All right, so let me see how much subscribers. Cranky on 416. So let me see if we can get him up at least to 450. So keep on subscribing to Cranky in this video, and then maybe 1 or 2 more videos we can try and support his channel. All right. All right. So the link is pinned, guys. So you can just jump over there. 50 of you guys are the whole 200 can jump over there and then return back because we're not going to leave until 2+ hours. All right. I'm going to take some calls for people to give me their take on the actual game itself. All right. Yes. I'm going to drop my number so people can call. And guys, the number is for only to call in my streams only when I'm live, people. All right, because I have work and I have to sleep, and my time zone is 7 hours away from Jamaica. So I'm begging you, please, respectfully, just call me when I say on the live. All right, I beg you, please. All right, I'm begging you. 466-4624-71. This is the number. Let me get Cranky's stream up so I can pin the number maybe in half an hour's time. All right. My audio cutting out. Jesus God, man. Sorry about that. All right. I've said where you last. What you last heard? You heard me promoting Cranky's channel. Yes, but I'm working on YouTube now, Cranky. That's why I said it's for only. But when I have to do my next work, not because I'm not gonna disrespect YouTube, but when I'm doing my next work, all right. You guys don't pay me. The subscribers here don't pay me enough money, all right, Cranky. So I have to prioritize the real work, the first work, all right. Yes. Cranky say if I'm not working now. Yes, but I have to prioritize the real work, the work that can pay for the damn house and the cars and them stuff there. All right, yes. All right. So go ahead. Guys, support the program as well. All right, because Cranky said I'm doing a work, so people need to support the program. I am working for 8 hours today. I have an ex-Jamaican stream, so donate to the channel, become some members, hit the like button and support the program. I'm here for 1 hour and I'm at 118 likes. So you don't like my video, you don't share my video, you don't donate on my channel. So I can't take this for a job, Cranky. Yeah, I can't take it. I can't prioritize this. Go ahead, Martin. Go ahead, big boss.
Yeah, man, big up everybody and big up the chat. Me not give forward too much, JD. So when we come home, my school I expect Jamaica because no difference. Me know them I watch that, although the coach them I talk pretty. When them know, me don't know some of my prettiest coaches me ever hear. But every coach ever pretty and give everybody respect. But me I expect at least a 6 now when we come back. Because by when we come back, the game for done. So by when we pull up YouTube, if you hear everybody, I say yes, 6 low, 7 low, to bring up the goal scoring. So that's my prediction. For the starting level, me take out Gray. Me understand say you want to give Gray more time, but boy, Dexter did the Gray will come on in the second half, I'm sure. So me take out Gray, start Dexter, Johnson, me bench him for Palmer. Boy, low if I come out, may I bring my midfield, because I expect the coach to go for your goal, So my midfield are Palmer, Anderson, and Bobby. The 3 forward are Antonio, Cephas, and Shemar. And the other 3 like Gray, Hector, and Bernard stay. So me make a big change in the midfield and change the right back. That's my opinion still, but how free coach rule.
You're agreeing with Cranky to say that we're not breaking no team. It doesn't matter what team it is. We are going to just work one way. Are you expect to see we breaking down teams?
Well, if that team have been spun the last time, them get a 6. Me do the coach really come out so. In the 90 minutes, we have to find a way to break them down. Because we know that we're doing it most of the 90 minutes, we believe that them are defend. So the coach and the player them have to show that them can break down our team. We sit back. So definitely we'll see that. I watch it when we come back still, So definitely we'll see that. So we can break down team and show a good performance. More energy because the coach identifies that we never have no energy in Dominica. So I'm hoping more upon that in the training fee. And the player them looking at himself and say, no sir, I want to go on, but now 2 o'clock, you don't know if rain fall over Dominica, I could go on to Jamaica. So they have to watch that still. But as I said, JD, most of our players are used to it. Maybe the youngest player just a company team, will that be out of everybody, will that be Bernard? Right? Because Hector there a long time, Lay there a couple years, Gray done live in the US and come to Jamaica, so him used to the heat and the humid for the Caribbean. Dexter would have one of them to where just come in I4, so he might have an issue with the heat. But man like Palmer might have an issue too, because Palmer never really know play game with we. But the rest of them, Antonio them and Bobby them they are a good while.
So no excuse. So no excuse.
No man, excuse what JD you want me say when we come back from church, me fi say they score 6 love or 5 love the least. 5 love the least because goal difference and all of them. Some the coach will look on it still. The coach have to look on it. If you not look on it, then I know one coach. All the talking in the interview, him have to look on the goal difference naturally because it's a competition and goal difference counts. So him have to look on that too. You see me? So let's see.
All
And
right.
the boys them just go do them job and get it done, and we look on Nation League after them too much, and then we just do it. Oh, you know, Copa.
Yeah, man, Copa.
And then get some rest.
Big Boss, what kind of next week? Copa, yeah. Next week, yeah. After this week, yeah.
You know, say man, give them rest, man. After
Yeah, so the next week, remember today is Sunday, you know. Today is Sunday, so next week Copa start, yeah. So you get 2 day rest or 3 day rest, and then you jet off to Copa for start on the 23rd. Because remember today is the 9th, you know. So by the end of the week, I'm 14, 15, and then next week, yeah. So, but you say a easy 5-6 we should be seeing, and some breaking down.
Yeah, man, I agree with it. Yeah, man, and some better football, man. Some better football, definitely.
All right.
Definitely. We want to see that. So that's my opinion, and big up yourself and big up the channel.
All right. Massive respect, Big Boss.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a great Martin. Martin said expect more, you know. All right. Yeah, expect more in the foolishness. All right. Yeah. So yeah, man. So people, you know, please go over to Cranky, subscribe to him. All right. I saw a few people went over there, but not so much. So guys, I'm gonna keep the link right there. I will keep on putting in people have the number, call in on the number, and I will take the calls. All right. Game plan says one more underwhelming performance by the boys. Remember. All right, that is what game plan said. All right, guys. So we have 191 in the chat. So it's can we get it up to 150 at least? Can we get 30 more people to like? Oh, you get the likes. You have to press the middle of your screen, hold on to your screen. You're going to see the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. And you just click the like button there, and then we won't have to ask you. You won't have to stop the show. You know, you won't have to stop the show. Hello, good day, Big Boss. How you doing?
JD.
Hello, Mr. Cranky. How you doing?
I'm informed this morning. How you doing?
The views of Cranky is not from JD here, but we are almost similar. So maybe I will agree with him. Yes, I am doing well, you know. I'm just working overnight. I've worked last night on most of the games. Came through, broke them down. And we saw United States get a beating, you know, and the whole internet in a frenzy. I asked what really going on with the United States. So we had to start with that. And then we came straight back down to Jamaica. We saw what we saw from Damrep against Jamaica, and we saw what we saw from Jamaica as well, you know. And I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you. And CFAS was the only way out for us in that game, you know. Yeah, and maybe that might just be the only way out again.
So I have a question. I'm gonna interview you.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question for you. What's your view on the coach and the strategy?
For me, I remember when he just came here, you know, he said the easiest way to get things done. So he led me down a wrong path to believe that he had a different system in mind. But just to get something going, he has to go with plan A, the easiest way for people to get in. That's what he told me first, you know, because I've locked down everything this man says, you know. All right, and I saw him go back on his words over and over. It's like the more he gets sink in Jamaica, his attitude changes. You understand me? And I honestly believe that he's just going with the flow in Jamaica at this point. Because if he truly goes with what he wants, he might not be having a job long enough. That's what I honestly believe about the coach.
What do you think he should be doing differently?
What I think he should be doing differently, I think he needs to be invested in his midfield a lot more, and also the right players then, because I don't believe that he actually called the right players then. I think he's trying to sympathize.
So you know the thing about the midfield, right? So I had a discussion with Speed. People need to go watch that program. I think Speed was good. I interviewed him. Not sure if you watch it, but people should watch it because it's a little bit different interview than the normal Speed interview.
Yes.
But we talked about the dirt of midfielders, or the lack of midfielders produced by Jamaica, or even that we get from players who are naturalized.
But
right? We don't seem to
but Cranky, before you finish your statement there, that's what I'm talking about, because we are saying that we don't have midfielders, right? And but look, you know, two of the best U21 performers, though, you know, they have already said they want to play for Jamaica, but they are in the same age range of the players them we are trying to push from Jamaica, and the same position as well.
So you know, I stopped watching. You know, I don't watch under 21 football because you know, I don't watch anything under 20 because I've said before, I will not watch it until we get.
All right, so those players are Splat definitely. Casanova can play deeper line and also centre back as well. And you have Brandon cover for Leicester. And you saw when he made a step up for the main team for Leicester, he performed. Those are three of the best midfielders we pretty much have in the team, Cranky. I'm talking overall, not just for U21s, overall.
Right, and look, we saw when K-Rod came on the other day how the midfield changed, right?
Thank you.
It could have been that Dambrek got a little tired, but you know, if you fairly analyze the game, we got outplayed. Now people will say, "Oh, this last scoreline matters." I don't agree with that, because your performance over time has to be sustainable. Your performance, you will get good outcomes sometimes, but it may not be sustainable because you're not playing the way you need to play. When you get to the better teams and you can't keep the ball, it becomes much more difficult to play. Right? And we can't keep the ball. I know we don't have a right now. DJ and Low in the midfield. And I like Low as a player.
Yeah.
They're not a Low is not a midfielder, and DJ doesn't do enough for me to warrant being a starter in the team.
All right. Agree with you
here.
here.
So the problem you have now is then, and you only playing, and I've been preaching on this, JD. We only playing two midfielders. I don't care what everybody else say. You're playing like 4-2-4.
Yes.
We're playing 4-2-4. Nobody plays 4-2-4 football anymore. Everybody pat the middle. So they play 3-5-2. That's why they play 4-3-3.
So Cranky, let me ask you a question here. You're accurate. You're very much accurate. That's why he dropped Mikel Antonio deeper to a wide wing attacking midfielder role to make sure he uses a decoy to drop in the middle to try and offset Damrep. It worked to some extent, but Damrep still found ways, pockets to get their entries. They're just not clinical driving into the box, because if they had drove in the box a lot more, they would have caused problems. So you touch a critical point there, Cranky. Damian Lowe, I have been saying that right through the last two games. Damian Lowe tackles when the players are beside him, but once the movements and the positioning for a natural midfielder, he doesn't have it none at all. And even that same game, that's on the defensive side here, he doesn't have it on the defensive side here. On the attacking side as well, he doesn't have it either, because you saw a ball in the 23rd minute, I think, when Jamaica had a counter-attack and the man ran straight through around 30 yards. When he should have slipped in, Tavan Gray overlapping, the man took a 35-yard shot. So it tells you on both sides he's not good enough. But because the coach is using the 4-2-2-2 system, he wants screeners.
JD is 4-2-4.
Yeah, but 4-2-4. But I'm just trying to know. But because
you make it look good. You make it look good, but have a 4-2-2.
All right. What I wanted to explain is he wants two screeners. But one of the screeners, them have the capability to go forward, which is Daniel Johnson. And then he wants.
JD, we don't play basketball or not, JD. Basketball, the screen. We're not a basketball team.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what.
Football. This is 2024, JD.
So but I'm asking a question. Is a long-winded one, you know. Yeah. So so I understand that Daniel Johnson have the capability to link plays. Which he tried it in this game, and it worked to some extent, but it never worked in its entirety. But Damian Lowe, and all the other players he tried to use in this position, which is Latibodir as well, to do the same thing. I think that's what exposed why we are never going to be a big team under this coach. because we can't dominate plays with wing transition football, Cranky. None at all. So you agree with me or you disagree with me? Have we becoming a big team and dominate games?
We can't. Nobody plays two midfield in football. Today's football. Nobody plays two midfield. The only team that's successful playing two centre forwards is Inter, and one centre forward is very, very mobile. That Martinez playing, I've always playing. Nobody plays two centre forward anymore in football. You go check any team in world football, international team and or club team. Nobody's playing. You pack the middle of the field. That's where the most of the ball is played. You pack the middle, and you have people in the middle who have spatial awareness, positional awareness, can transition the ball, are great decision makers. That's what you have. Nobody's playing 4-2-4 and try to kick the ball long. People think about probabilities, which is if I kick the ball 40 yards, I'll pass the ball 10 yards. Which one's likely to be successful? I can rest on offense and I can spend all the energy on defense. Mm-hmm. That's why you try to keep the ball, because you rest on offense to this football. Contrary to how football used to be. So at the end of the day, I am not sure why we are deploying the strategy we're deploying. I don't see an offensive strategy. I see defensive strategy. I see our defense has probably improved since the coach came on board, especially related. We should succumb to a lot of set pieces. Mm-hmm. I don't see an offensive strategy. I see an old 1970s, early 80s strategy offensively, and it doesn't work.
But
and we're going to pay for it as we play for go up the line and play for the better teams. Let me say this, JD. People don't realize we've been lucky for the last year. We should have lost to Haiti when we played Haiti. People don't realize that in Nations League. We never got to Canada game. Canada destroyed us, and Damien changed the entire game against Canada.
With one tackle. I've talked about that. With one tackle. And
but even... it's not one tackle. It's just the entire second half game. Mm-hmm. The one tackle was big, but I'm saying he was scaring the Canadians physically in that game. And when he got the ball, he was laying it off to people who were ball handlers, right? So it worked brilliantly for us. But that cannot be the model going forward about how we play and how we operate.
I love that. I love the honesty, Cranky, man. I love the honesty. And I think we need to go forward more like this, because people don't realize the power we have, If we actually talk the truth, we can put these people under pressure, to make the right decision. Because sometimes, maybe it's because we are not doing it, we are kind of succumbing to these things, why they continue to do it, And we want the team to do good.
The other day on my channel, I was calling for Antonio to be removed from the game.
Yes.
Halftime.
Okay.
It should be taken out at halftime. There's no way Antonio should finish that game.
So why you say that? Why you don't like him in that role?
No, because he's not effective. He's not scoring goals because center forward does. When last time Antonio scored goals for Jamaica?
Yeah, but the problem, what I saw, because I've went through skimmed through the whole game, Cranky, and the problem is after 5 minutes he puts Antonio in a different role completely. So unless you're gonna say just put on a next damn midfielder and take Antonio off the field, or make him play as a striker alone, take off Shamar off.
Get a 10.
Yes.
No. Shamar may not be playing for his club team. Shamar has been scoring goals.
But Cranky, the problem is because they gave Shamar a different role and a better role than Mikel Antonio. That's what I'm saying to you.
JD. We agree to disagree, JD. I don't think Antonio is effective.
Okay.
He's not effective, JD. You watch the game, JD. I had a couple of friends from England on my channel the other day. They came in, very knowledgeable football. Mm-hmm. They have their own channel, very knowledgeable football people, and we all were saying the same thing. He should be replaced. Yeah, but saying, well, we know the pedigree, but we can't be afraid to take people out of the field because they have pedigree.
No, I agree with what you're saying. If he's not effective as a striker, you should take him off. If you're playing him as a striker, but because I saw him drop the man down there, I'm just wondering if this man tell him to do that, because him start to go deeper and deeper down the pitch. So I'm saying,
JD, watch we don't have the ball much Antonio walk. You watch the game.
Okay, so you're just saying you don't. So you don't think.
Entire game. Look at his game. When he doesn't have the ball, he's walking. He's just on the field like.
No, I was watching it. But Shamar was walking. Shamar was walking as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're that heavy like those players, it takes a lot of energy for running. So when you're big like they are, not that they're heavy, big like they are. So, and if they're not getting, where's the linkage? So the JD. When Inter have two center forward, those forwards link, JD, they link.
Yes.
Where's the linkage? Lukaku, Martinez, they link. Where's the linkage between Antonio
but Cranky, that's why I'm saying the conversation we have to have, Cranky, is what the coach told him to do, because he started off playing as the lower central forward to the striker. So, and then he drops to a right midfield pocket to the attacking midfielder to make it in a 3 inside and keep. So pretty much they drop to a 4-5-1 style just to stop them in midfield.
Antonio can only play 2 positions to me. You can play right back or left back, and you can play centre forward. That's it.
Okay, well they try to play him in a central role and keep Bobby Reed out wide just the same to try stop them from playing that 1-2 pass because my boy there, the Leeds player, he was getting 1-2 for funds. Yeah, Furpo. He was getting 1-2 for fun, so they had to drop him off. So I think it's because it's the coach feeling these players. Cranky. Is the coach feeling these players?
I'm not disagreeing that the coach is part of the challenge, even though when I interview Speed, he's very pleased with the coach, right? So management is pleased with the coach. I'm not as pleased with the coach as some people are. I'm not advocating for the coach to be fired, so people can take off their mind. What I'm saying is that I'm not sure the coach has what is required for us to get to where we're trying to get to as a team. I just don't. And we can talk all we want about the amount of time. It's almost 2 years. You want to tell me Dominican coach has much more time? Look how they keep the ball, JD. Look how they play the ball, JD. But look how they seem like they're organized. The problem with Dominica, they have no forwards, and when they get to the 18, they don't know what to do. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble.
Cranky, I totally agree with you. This time, I am not giving this coach no time. I'm just judging him on each performance. You know why? I saw Suriname bringing 11 new players. Obviously, they are good ballers and big ballers for Concacaf region. And the first damn day, they are playing Martinique. I am seeing them in Netherlands passing football where we never seen them live Jamaica play. Then they came to Concacaf region where they never played before, and they still passing football across people and looking like they are the same damn thing. Maybe the cohesion take games. But the style of play no take no day. I've seen who else I saw play the first day. Costa Rica. Costa Rica changed up their entire coaching staff and changed their entire players them as well. Costa Rica playing the same football now. They are playing the same football today, Cranky, and those coaches came way after. So I'm tired of this. Oh, we need to set defense first and those stuff. I don't believe it, but because they make it a thing. If you don't like the coach behavior, it's like you have to get bullied on the internet. Like they're trying to make it a thing on YouTube. You can't tell the truth based on what you saw. And I'm just hoping that we go places, but I don't think he's the one to take us in the top 3. I don't think so. We can't go in the top 3 past Mexico, Canada, and United States playing this type of football. It's going to take some incredible luck.
I have this thing, JD, which I'm going to talk much more about this evening, which is about, I believe, if you get somebody who can teach you how to, and it's hard to do because sometimes it's about the players, keep the football. With our athleticism, will be an awesome team in a lot of respects, right? Imagine you can keep the ball and get the ball into space out wide to the Cephas and the Gray and other players who play out wide. Because we have enough people up front and out wide to be effective team. We still have to improve the midfield, and as you're alluding to, which is, when do we start bringing some of those kids in that midfield? Because what we're trying in the midfield is not working. What we're doing in the midfield, we brought in Russell. We have DJ here for a while, who's a decent player. We had Ravel, who I'm a big Ravel fan, as everyone may know. And even if Ravel eat chicken panicana, he can play better than midfielder.
Okay.
Trust me.
So
even if Ravel is eating chicken on the corner, and then come play, is a different thing because Ravel is the only one be able to seem to create time and space on the field. And it's not rushed playing. And we know Ravel has his issues, right? And we know he may not be the answer anymore because he's not playing football. But I'm saying we need to play midfielders that are ill. Us as a team, because we have dangerous forwards. And I'm no, as Auntie, give me a hard time about, but I agree with him. I'm a big Cephas fan. I'm a big Cephas fan because there are things which can be taught, which he needs to learn, but some things in football you can't teach. You can't teach speed. Right? And you can't teach nobody living life or forget by people. And it reminds me of somebody like Doku who needs to learn how to make better decisions. But that's why I'm getting play over Grealish, because you commit defenses. When you can't commit defense, it creates havoc, JD. And he commits defenses. So what he needs to learn how to do is, you know what? Which is what Gray does really well. When do I pass? And when do I dribble? And when do I shoot? Right? Because he doesn't know how to do that yet.
All right.
He
So
doesn't know how to do that. But anyway, I'm taking up enough of your time. And thanks for having me on. And by the way, thanks for the references, guys.
yeah, man. Anytime, big boss. May I try send as much people over there, and so you can get the, keep on pushing the thing, because I watched the video, man. It's a good video. Sometimes you have to have a different approach to get more out of these people, So I love what you did with Mr. Speed, Yeah. So take care, big boss.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
All right, so that was Cranky, people. Guys, thanks for 150 so far. Keep on getting the likes up. We have like 10 more minutes. As I've said, I need some memberships on this channel. So if you guys can support the thing a little bit more. 1 second, guys. I would be appreciative. So if you can put a super chat on the channel, that would be very good. All right? Yes. And also, I would prefer the members still. But if you can't do it, just use the super chat feature and get us at least 5-10 super chats for the entire day. 5-10 super chats for the entire day, because I'm working on YouTube for the day. I have like 4 videos to do. This is one of the 4. So definitely support it if you like what I'm doing. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me take one call at a time. All right? Yeah, man. So we got 1 super chat so far. We need 9 more. Go ahead, Jamaican Guna. You're live on whatever year this is, the Imaxit football year or something like that.
All right, big up, JD. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. I'll tell my word in a bit. Big up yourself, JD. Big up the Imaxit family. Big up all our family. Them in the chat to see, just want to chip in on the game today. I think we should 6 the side. That is how the start up right there. So, if Jamaica can go there and 6 Dominica, I'm gonna come tell me about the field. I'm gonna come tell me about the sun. The sun always in the sky. The sun never cold yet. Never saw an ice sun yet. So no man no excuse. The sun always go to play some ball. We have professional players now. We don't have that complaint anymore. All right. Go there play some ball. 6 them and them, because goal difference means a lot in World Cup qualifiers. I think one of the time Jamaica didn't qualify for the World Cup because of 1 point. So
our goal difference, I think. Something else?
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to get the charger.
You know an excuse from my body. I'm telling about the heat and the cricket pitch and all sort of something. You know why you not like that? You understand? These are professional players. 15 minutes in, they're supposed to adjust and get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what you made of the last performance? You like it or not?
The first half was disjointed. The second half was a little bit better when some changes were made, particularly when Antonio jumped in at the 10 position. I think we play a little better there. So. And,
Okay.
well, I think we improved totally. And there was a midfielder that came on as well.
Karai? Yeah, Karai.
Like a box to box.
Yeah, Karai Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, Karai. Him come and come play, put a whole lot of energy in Nicaragua Park, which was not there. We have to start assess our engine room. The coach is up for debate, because the coach, to me, it's been a long while now and he still hasn't. We've been winning games and we've been doing well in terms of results, but I don't think we've been performing well. And it's been a while and we're not established on it. We don't know what is our best midfield. We know what is our best centre-half pairing with, and maybe that is about to change, because I don't think the coach sees Low as a centre-half. I think he wants to play him as a defensive midfielder.
I want to ask that strong question. You think it's because the last tournament, we clearly saw that Low ain't better than Deshaun Bernard. He ain't better than Hector, because Hector is a surprise package. They never knew how good Hector was. So Ethan Pinnock is very good. Lati Bodier goes back to his normal position, showcase that he's one of the best centre-backs. So you think that it's just because this coach caught up in Jamaica hype and vibes building, they just believe that they have to use Low on the field and he can't actually offset the next 2 guys, and because he's not better than them, and he's like 5th in the order? No? You think that is the problem?
Yeah, well, people in Jamaica, we tend to hold on to loyalty and name recognition. And previously, I can say personally that Low was one of our best performers when it came to the national team. Many occasions he took the game by the scruff of the neck. It's not Canada alone in do it. Multiple games, there were games where he made some goal saving tackles that
In,
basically
in, included this one. He made a goal line ridiculous save, but he also could have got red carded in the same game.
So, my credit, I always credit people who are able to take the game and own it and monitor them. And Low has been one of those performers. Similar to like a Blake and Pinnock, and them man they come in and take the game and own the game at some occasion. Antonio powered in afterwards and still do it too. So we've had players that come in and hold up a game. So Low has been one of those performers for Jamaica. So people may be looking at, his qualifications, not in qualifications, but his exposure on the international scene, being that he plays in the MLS as opposed to a European league, and they might be using that against him. But he has been a very, very good performer for Jamaica's team. But we have to look at who's performing well now and which combination works best for us. And I think Low works well with Pinnock. Now, when Pinnock is out, I don't think Low works that well as a centre half, to be honest.
Okay.
Pinnock, his experience is quality, top level quality. We're talking about. You know what I mean?
So based on what you just, so you don't think that others are better than him? Because for me, I think that Deshaun Bernard cement himself over this last tournament to show that he is better than him and he can't get a game over him. And Hector was the best player of the tournament.
Deshaun was a better. I said it on your live.
No,
was a better performer than the
yeah, but he was touted to be a better player. But when he came into Jamaica, he was injured and coming off injury. So people at point.
Performance-wise, in the coming up, Deshaun has been the competitor for Low's position, because they're similar kind of players. They're the players that step out of defense.
Yes.
You usually want one that step out and one that stay. You usually want one that more rash and one more calm. You usually want varying so people can handle different situations where presented to them. I think Deshaun has stepped up. I think Deshaun has shown that he's a quality player. And he's a quality player for Jamaica. And I think him and the threat we're going to take away. Him and the man we're going to take away Low. All right? So we're looking at the other side. Now, Hector forwarding. Hector has always been a good player for Jamaica. And I said it last time, and people chat up them more because they have short memory. And them burn too much bushweed. Hector has almost one or two performances in deep bad, and the people banish him from Jamaica side. Hector forward in a Jamaica side and play good enough.
Yes, Hector have always played good.
Center half, we don't have many half enough.
Yeah, but
so it's been performed good more at the time, but it's just there's a harsh criticism for some players when they come in Jamaica side versus other players when they come in Jamaica side. Man, make every excuse.
But let me give you a little rundown based on my assessment. Me researching some things, and you know that Hector came out of this position for the same reason. What we're talking about, it was to fill in Damian Lowe in the actual team, That's why he went to defensive central, to fit in Damian Lowe in the team, So I just believe that is like, because we always have this thing of can't just truly say this is what works and we work with it. That has always been our biggest problem. I honestly believe so.
But let us look at it. Let us go to the micro and the macro. See? Watch this time. Let's zoom in first on the T, and then we're gonna go through some players. And we're gonna find out our one. Let's zoom in first on the T. First and foremost, I don't think Jamaica have a style of play. See? And that's on the coach. A long time now, we don't have a style of play. We're passing the ball a little better. We look a little more better in possession. We look a more better out of possession. But we still don't look like we have a style of play. We don't play possession football. We don't necessarily play counter-attacking football. We don't necessarily play direct football. So we don't know what we can look kind of discombobulated in terms of what we're trying to accomplish. Like every man do their own thing. And that's on the coach. We're supposed to solve that problem a long time ago. 3, 4, 5 games in 10 games in there. We're supposed to start see. Because I was hopeful, 10 games in, I was saying, Lord, the coach make him get it right. 10 games in, let's see what he can do. Let's see what is developing. I've seen improvements, but the improvements have stopped because we still not solving midfield issues yet. We have multiple options in the back line, but we still haven't solved our midfield issues. And that's our problem there because we can't keep the ball. We don't have a ball player in there. We have multiple people we can tackle, but we don't have a person where like a register. We can stay and make a 65 yard pass. We don't have that. We don't have that player there. I heard people cuss the 700-year-old man Grant. We still not find a player like Grant, you know.
Okay.
Think about it for a second. Grant was like a Makalele or a N'Golo Kante. But Grant forward in and what him do it very, very well, and we still haven't found a player that has done a better job in that position. We don't find a man there yet. So we talk and we talk and we chat and we chat and we talk about this and we talk about that. But if you look at it objectively, what they are trying to do is trying to make Low that kind of player who sits and go forward when necessary because he have height, but sits mostly and screen the center half them, and in love tackle too much. And the greatness of the goodness of Grant was not that he was the best tackler, was that he know where the ball go and read where it go and intercept it. And that is where the good central defensive midfielders do in that kind of role, because I have different versions of central defensive midfielder. But the one that we want to sit in front and basically see every player we are going, them objective of to win the ball and pass the ball to better players in front of them for do the attacking. That's how all them do, and them love it. So if you look at Kante and them man win the ball for fun and pass it out for fun. He love it. He just love win the ball. He love tackle. He love take the ball from him. He love intercept. So, but we don't have that in Low. Low. Wait on the pass to make, then he make the tackle. And to the words of a great central centre back one time, he said, "If I have to make a tackle, I have already made a mistake." See? So tackling is not the greatest thing. You have to be able to read where the ball is and intercept it, cut it out. Cut out the play. Make the man change the mind. We are going to pass the ball to that man. Change your mind. Pass the ball somewhere. Don't pass the ball to that. I'm telling you something. So them something there. So that is what we are talking about. We don't have that yet. So we not. First and foremost, we don't have a style of play. Second and foremost, we don't have a replacement for Grant yet. Where a serious, solid central defensive midfielder. We don't have that yet. We don't have a ball playing midfielder where it's stable. Where we know that this man here is the ball playing midfielder where we have. Once he's fit, he's gonna play. We don't have that. We don't have that Ravel. We don't have that. Let's going back. We don't have that. Who did Whitmore? We don't have that player. We don't have that player there yet.
Or we don't find the players in the actual pool, because if you say we don't have the player there, and then we can describe 4 or 5 of that players that's connected to Jamaica, but yet still not get selected. You understand me? That is.
Those 4 or 5. Give me 2 of those 4 or 5 players.
You say what you're looking for a box. You're looking for a box-to-box engine player. That's what you want, right? At this point, we are raving over Kaim Dixon, Whisper, and all of them young kids. I think Anderson already is one of that player. Already, he proves it when he comes on. He's already that player because he does it for his club and he does it well. All right. Younger, Splat is already one of those players. But obviously, he needs someone to believe in him, just like how we believe in other players playing at way lower level. You understand me? So Brandon Cover, it to a lesser extent is that. So all of them that we have is younger, but we need to trust in those guys. And what I kept saying now, you realize when we put in Damian Lowe in a defensive central, we put him there because look at when we put Kaim Dixon on the field, him go up on the field and we make up a bag of story and put him there again. If we put Whisper on the field, him go up on the field and we make up a bag of story and put him there. What we get for realize, big boss, our culture will never change. Our football will never change until our culture change. Big boss, not care how we look on it. Look, if Damian Lowe after they on the field because him can't get a game in a centre back and him have to go a defensive central now, and because him other vibes to the team, that not should have. Anytime you change that mentality, that's when I think you're gonna look the part. Because you have to make up stories to fit in a narrative to hold the status quo of what happened in our country before. And I think that is the sole problem. We have the players them, we just need to use the players them. Just like I am scouting players and know the players them. It's the same, they know the players them. They chose not to have the players them because them have to work with a next take. Them have a next take with them, like a next advisor, advise them and them come to a conclusion. That's what I see. Now them start make up story. Oh yeah, you know one time we give Aritam a game. Aritam can get a contract somewhere and you never may know where they're gonna be. If the two man them a 15-year-old and one the 17 miles higher level, the next man with on the lower level, 99% of the time now go catch him back. So we believe in a too much fantasy Jamaican goon. And that's how me that try to say from start with the Damian Lowe selection. That's how I make sure I outline it. Because Damian Lowe saved one ball, but Deshaun Bernard saved two as well. So it shows you say when you're good, you're just good. You know, you have to have the excitement and over the top and fitting in a culture, a football, and it actually you have to just play your football. And if you're good at it, you can come here and get the job done. And until those things stop, I can always see Cephas or Liam Bailey or Damari Gray running from wing transition and just run up and down and score a goal, and they will hype and say we win the game. That's what me I tell the Jamaican go now.
So my point is this: I don't think Brandon Cover is the answer in relation to being a ball playing midfielder. We're still dependent on Daniel Johnson. We're using Casey Palmer as the understudy. I think Casey Palmer is a better player too.
Yeah, Casey Palmer is a better player, but he's not a backstop. He's not a deep line midfielder. So that's why I never put Casey Palmer in the conversation. He's an attacking midfielder.
I'm saying deep, while in midfield, deep, you're referring to
the box to box deep that can offer the defensive and also the attack as well.
Okay.
God, that's why I never mentioned Casey Palmer. Casey Palmer would have been first on my list.
Yeah, but they're trying to use him as an 8 and he's not. He's a 10. But anyway, Jamaica don't really play with a purity. Jamaica play with hybrids. Because we know with the formation don't really use that. We want to use one shield and then we have two in front of them and then we have one forward or whatever and two wing or whatever. And the coach will play 4-4-2. So you know what I mean? It's weird. And 4-4-2 is like the coach's style we start. Big man thing. Me feel like say when the coach play 4-4-2, I style him a style Jamaica. I feel like him a style. I feel like him a say we only can handle the basics of football and we can't really go to the meticulous part of football. Like, you know, me feel like I that it I say. We only can manage the basics because 4-4-2 is like the basics. And then no, your march during the game. Your march.
But Jamaican Guna. So have you watched him play any other advanced football, like any other different style? Because I'm checking majority of the systems that he used in the Middle East. Let me show you. Let me tell you. I think he's always trying the same style. I think what the difference is with him, and I think that's why I'm going to say this, and people look into it deeper with what I'm saying. At first, he never agreed with the lower level players, them selection. But why I think he might agree with it as well, he realizes that if he picks lower level players as well on the team, he gets exactly what he wants. I think he works better as an underdog because he has a defensive approach and he doesn't have an offensive style approach. It's only a counter-attacking style he has. I've been watching his club games then because I start to go back and it's the same thing he does. I don't think he has no other additional style to add to it unless the players are just going to start dribble and do what they want.
But look, no. I think so with the quality, the pool of players that he has available.
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter if he can't do it.
No, hold on. The coach that the team that he have now, in terms of the quality of players and the level that they're playing at, it may be even higher than what he has ever coached before. Yes,
but that's what I'm just saying to you, Jamaican Guna. That's why he's thrived with Iceland, because Iceland poorer than everybody else. So it's just you motivating people to go out there and defend, and then you can mask your lacking ability to dominate games. You can do that. So when you have the bigger teams, like the bigger rosters every single time, you have no excuse more than going out and dominate the games them. So that's why I think that sometimes he has no problem to pick the poorer players them on the field or the younger players them. So that means he can get away with what he's doing now and people accept it and say, all right, then we never get Aritam and we never get Dead Dog and this and that. You get me? Because you can play down to the competition because you're starting from a defensive point. And you're always starting from a defensive point because that's what I'm seeing. I'm watching the games them.
But there you go now. That's what I'm saying to you. So that's one of the points where I get to. the coach is a huge problem to me right now. He wasn't before because my daddy I'm a watcher. I'm say give me a time, make a show him. Because I don't want people preach church. People have them biases and they want preach church before. No,
Yes, and that is true.
Make the man go and go. Make him show him in 10 game whatever. No, brother. You know, excuse. We're supposed to have a style of play. You're supposed to know so when Jamaica comes out, Jamaica go do this. All we hear people talking about is Jamaica have these quality players and these players are playing at these clubs and these players are playing at these levels and that is all we have to brag about. We don't have a style of play. You have some side where worse and we play better football than my brother.
Yeah.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question, JD. Make me ask you a question. In terms of ball playing ability, do you think that Jamaica outplayed Dominica Republic?
No, but nobody don't think that. I don't even think him think that. Because he said it before. But he said it.
Name one good player from Dominican Republic. What play at a good level?
They don't play. Only Ascona alone have the ability to go up to the level of the players them that we have. And Ascona, they are Miami at this point. But him have the highest ceiling at this point, though. He has the highest ceiling.
Okay. And we have on the player.
And Fur Poison it as well. Fur Poison it from Leeds. Yeah. So and Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have high level players on our side. See? Why is it that Jamaica could know 6 Dominican Republic? Why nobody not talk about that? We want them in. Why Jamaica could know 6 Dominican Republic?
No, because the reason why it is because no, but let me explain to you. Look, the reason why Dominica, even though you said that all of the players them not playing at the level of us, what they do better than us is they close down spaces better than us. They are more technically trained than us. And the system that the coach has is a technical system. So once they close spaces and don't give you any time to think. So if you're a speed player, you don't have the technical side, you're going to struggle in that. Because they're going to close it down and you have 3 or 4 players around you. They have size around you. So the defenders are bigger than Shamar and Mikel Antonio by 1 billion miles. Yeah, right? So you have the size around there. So you don't have the advantage there. You don't have the space none at all. And you have 3 players around you to take it away. And you can't make a good pass. So it kind of show up the limitations of our team. That's why it only works when we go to wide with Dishan Bernard and spread that ball, that long diagonal ball over the left-hand side in space and give Cephas the actual ball. So in a space where Cephas can control and start run. But once Cephas actually be close to 1 yard to a player, then he becomes not the same player until he's running. You get me? So because it's space alone we actually play well in, to be honest. And we couldn't create the space.
Actually said that right now, right?
Yes.
You know what you said in the long run? They have a style of play and we do not.
Yes.
The man have an Argentine coach that teach them in the training session to pass the ball and to close down space and to do all of them something they were mentioned. The man have a coach who tell them what to do. An Argentine coach who coach them.
Yes.
And the man them been to this JD. We know this because we've been to watch the other match them too and even the teams them from Dummer. We've been to watch. So we've seen it. We've seen these players and this team. We've seen the players them being technically good.
Yeah, but Jamaican Kuna, but that is Jamaican Kuna. That's why I agree with you because the problem is, our coach actually has said the same thing in the interview. He must say the team better. Damrep is a better technical team than us, and their style of play, we are gonna have problems. So I have to go back to your take. As well. Because he's saying that, so is he just believing that we don't have the capability of passing football and behave like that? That's what. Yeah, so I have to go back to your take because that's the way I'm saying it. So, I agree with Yes, I agree with you.
No, brother. Bad man. Jamaica, the quality, everybody in the entire Concacaf region, listen to any US broadcast, any other broadcast outside of the Jamaica space. Me beg everybody in the chat to just go watch some other people talk about Jamaica too. Some people who are not Jamaicans. Just hear what them say. All they be harping about is Jamaica roster. Oh, Jamaica is a very good roster. What is the problem why the roster can't play where you think so them can't play? We have be a big ball up on our side, bro. lone big ball up on our side. We have Lumber Kissa, we have lone big ball up on our side. So why is it that we can't hold a side like Dominica on 6 them and 7 them? Well, I'm gonna tell myself, I put in a chat and say, we have a 7 Dominican Republic. I'm Dominica, sorry. And a man say, that not gonna happen, Jamaica can't score with 7 goals. You think I believe that too? But me just a hope. Me just a hope to improve me wrong. More Jamaica prove me wrong. If me say Jamaica have a boat and 1 love I try. More improve me wrong and 6 aside or 3 aside. More improve me wrong. But not the opposite way. More improve me wrong when I say them I get 7 aside, then 8 them. You what was me say to you, JD?
Yeah.
Me why not as a fan of Jamaica, and I hope for the best of my team. Me don't want to be right and my team lose. Me want to be wrong and my team win. That's how we care about more on my side win, bro. So when me go there with the hope say, yo, we can 7 that side and 8 that side. Dominica, I'm in a business going to feel, I'm in a business going to something. We have the roster to beat up them side that sick. All them side and 6 and 7 them and 8 them. Make some man start fear, make some man hear Jamaica forward and start run up and down. But we are not seeing that. We have a defensive coach and we have a plethora of attacking talent.
All right, and leave it right there.
The coach, you can see the coach them say, yeah, brother, pick up the ball and run up, tear them. Just do that. Pick up the ball and run past everybody. You have the pace, use the pace.
Yeah, man.
When the players do these things, them not doing it on their own. Say, oh, yo, me I do it off of my own mind. Them I do it because the coach said, brother, pick up the ball and take them up. Everybody where you so play, man, no.
But you just say, I think you need, and we're going to stop it right there. Right there, so we say, we have a defensive coach and we have a bagger attacking players. That's the answer right there. So that's why we have the system here, and that's what we've been saying. So you're correct, and I can see why everybody are complaining and such, you know. And I just don't believe if you have a defensive coach, your midfield, he's gonna activate the defensive side of the midfield more than anything else, and that's what we're seeing. And he used the wing transitions from day one to play. That's why he loves Leon Bailey on the field, Cephas on the field at this point. So anybody that can bail him out with the speed over the top, because he's used to always losing the possession and then have to fight his way out. So he sucked the team out. So that means you have nobody in their defensive third rather than their keeper. So the best way is find your fastest player, your most technical player, and try get them the ball as fast as possible. If it's technical and you don't have speed, you go in that position and wait, hold the ball. Or if you have speed, you get straight to the box. So simple football, but a lot of teams can nullify that.
Yeah, you guys and great player and pass all that ball and get great.
Yes, and a lot.
So that the coach is, to me, at this point, the coach is the issue. And I don't think it's a good idea to change coach right now, to be honest. But if there's any issues, that coach are going to be the issue. The point is that we have to give him kudos because he gets results. But the style of play and how we look at our performances are garbage, bro. We're supposed to outperform all of them sides. Not supposed to size up the Jamaica, bro. That will beat them 1 love. You can beat them 4 love, 3 love. Nice and comfortable. But we are not. We have Premier League player on the field, bro. We have Championship player on the field. We have Scottish Premiership player on the field. We have big players on the field who are playing in big leagues. We have Wembley where they're playing a league on last season. We have big players in the league in the team, bro. We need to be doing better and slapping them side up 6 love and 4 love and 5 love, and when they reach a big side, then they can complain. But we don't have to beat Dumrup 1 love. You have got the 2 and beat Dominica 1 love. If you have 6 Dominica, with all due respect to them, 6 them, make them go home, make them dead and say, oh my God, me feel that way because Jamaica come back on 6. Easily.
All right, big boss.
So that's my point. I think so we have a big issue, and I think the big issue is the coach and the midfield. So we want to fix those. But to close out, I want to say good luck to the boys today, and I hope that they can make my prediction come true and 7 decide. You know what I mean?
All right.
To all their family in I chat.
Respect again, big boss. All right.
Yeah, man.
So that was Jamaican Guna. Let me just do 15 more minutes, people, because remember I have a lot of videos to do today. I have to do Nigeria U17s, Girlz, World Cup qualifiers on my next platform. Then I have to come back over for Jamaica. Then I have to come back and go back and do 80 in the night. So I have 4 live streams to do. All right? Yeah, man. So I'm trying to prioritize that. And in between that, I have to still put my kid to bed, even though she's coming from her grandma. So I have to make sure you guys know. So maybe I won't start my Jamaican stream earlier. All right? Yes. So maybe I will take out 20 minutes and start a little bit later than what I would like to do, because I have other things that comes first in my life. All right? Yeah, man. But this is how I want my platform to run, where in which I can just talk on what I see and feel. It's the coaches and the coaching staff should go back to the drawing board and improve whatever we saw, the flaws, and sort it out. And for me, I think the coach is not getting the most out of the team. He keeps on telling me that every team is just better technical than Jamaica. So Damret better technical than Jamaica, Suriname better technical than Jamaica, Curacao better technical than Jamaica, Mexico, United States, Canada better technical, Panama better technical, Honduras better technical, Guatemala better technical, El Salvador better technical. Some of those are definitely true. Some of those are definitely true. Some of those are definitely true. Yeah, that Mexico is more technical, Suriname is more technical, Guatemala is more technical because of their playing style. But I think United States, even though they have high quality ballers, I think their system can be matched because they are not as technical as other teams. Them, all right. They use their overall quality and speed to improve their style and have a style of play. You understand me? And that's what got them over the line. And that's all I think the fans just asking for. We have quality players in the top 5 as market value in the entire region, but we don't play like a true top 5 team. We get results like a true top 5 team, but our styles kind of hinder us to fight for top 3, because true, we don't create chances on that basis, because we are looking for wide transitions majority of the times. It just always kind of make we in a dog fight with teams that maybe we should be taking apart. You know, so instead we create 25 chances through different medium, so we can have more big chances in the game. We have limited big chances because we only have one predictable angle, which is the wide areas. You understand me? Yes. So that is what I think is the problem. But if anyone can't like these discussions, I think most of these people want Jamaica to win. That's why they are cursing out. So the people that love to spin the argument, oh, a pretty football they want. No, they just want some inkling of football itself. And I think that is not football what we're seeing. And even the people that does not know much about football, they are in the stadium, leaving the stadium, saying the same thing. Because it looks very obvious, because you can look on the eyeball and see that Damrep is the better team on the field. Is the better passing team, shutting down team. It just looks better. Only Deshaun Bernard looks like he's passing the football. Hector looks like they want to pass the football, but that's it. Nobody else, you know, and it can be depressing. That's why sometimes I just run to go and do a different stream and watch a different country and just talk about them, you know, just to not really focus on Jamaica the whole damn time, you know. Yeah. We have to be honest. Sports on the bar. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Jero says exactly. Yeah, man. Team Aggressive said, JD, it go back to my question. Do you think this style of play suit the players? No, but all right. I'm trying to find the right words, because some of these people love to get upset and say that I'm fighting against people from certain locations. They like to say that. But I strongly believe that that is our biggest problem. We have players coming from certain locations and they tend to have more power. That they are not naturally the better players, you know. But because they have the same power from day one, I think it forced people to make decisions around those people. So maybe the coach want to do it complete difference, you know. But he has to start from a neutral understanding point with someone else that's giving him instruction. And that's where he has to build his basis from. So what we have to do is keep on supporting the team, keep on listening to these interviews keenly and hear what he says. And then I think we can learn a lot more as to what he truly means, you know, Because at first he started, nobody not playing football, high level football, they getting picked. Then he changes now to, yeah, you have to give that youth a chance because some of the upsides them, which is mental, because none of these players, what we saw in local Jamaica, better than the other players them overseas. It's just lie. Just lie, just like how we talked about the Dexter Lambekisi. The fan says this that Dexter Lambekisi is better than Javier Brown. Put him on the damn field. He tried not to put the guy on the field, and every time he gives him an opportunity, it proves the fans them correct. When we talk about Deshaun Bernard, it proves the fans them correct. We talk about Daniel Johnson will do better than what he was doing before. It proves the fans them correct. Jamal Lowe proves the fans them correct. Lambakisa, Latibodier proves the fans them correct. Hector proves the fans them correct. So I just think that there's a lot of things going on, and this is stem over more than 30 to 40 years, and it has a lot to do with our culture. It has a lot more to do with our culture more than anything else. And I'm not going to change from the first day I'm here. And I started to talk about the foreign-based players them and how they deal with me. That is our sole problem, because you have people in the coaching staff believe that somebody is looking you better than the actual man that may come. So it's not going to ever change, all right? Until you get a clean slate and don't put no man on the team and talk about you try to give them experience and all them foolishness there. You come with a squad, your team, do your job. If you don't do your job good, you get fired and go on with your business. Simple. That is the standard for all other countries. Them United States, you do your job, you come with your team, we sign you up, you do your job. If it's not good enough, you get fired. Simple as that. No bag and pan, all sorts of drama. Put this and that. No, it needs to stop, man. And anytime I'm talking to anybody else, I'm going to ask again, is this necessary? I understand that you guys said you are developing the football, but why a man can't just go school and then get a job for actually be a better coach? Why he has to be put on these teams? Why people with not the football in education getting put in these places? Rasta Charles said, JD, we still have to think for the future. Yes, I know. But if the future, if me have a man at 17 and next man at 17, me need to pick the better man for the future. So the future is still there. We choose to make the future what we want. And that is what's stalling us, Rasta Child. Because every age you look on and tell me, you bring somebody and tell me, that's a story, but bring somebody better. And they are actually ready to play and want to play, but not getting selected. So we have to change these stories, man. And so it's going to always be a frustrating one. So I can tell you guys, don't invest so much things in this game, in this team. Just watch it, support it. If you can get a person at the stadium, just do it. But if you honestly believe that everybody that we talk about will make this team, I think you're in for a wild one. It's not going to happen, because a lot of things in the pipeline. See there, Vibes Addict. Imaxit, you have Suriname blood in you. That's what he's asking. I have not said nothing about Suriname just a while ago. Not at all. And the man said, me have Suriname blood in me. Oh my God. And me just to talk about quality players to bring in the team. You know? And the man are gone for what? All right, so Rasta Child said, JD, Hutchinson and Bailey don't turn up. Yeah, we know that. But we can name out a lot more that actually wants to come. Remember, we have Wizarding on Twitter, his agent saying that a Brazil, Jamaica have for the player that actually becomes the player of the week and the month, never actually get called up for Jamaica, and then pick a man from League One. So he might get the player of the month for championship and then pick a man from League One. So it's confusing how they do things, you know. JD, can you explain the structure of the World Cup qualifiers? You know what, I've done it after every game, you know, like how it does. It happens. So you have three phases. We have already gone through phase 1, which is round 1. But those are the teams that had to qualify to make up the rest of the group. So we are in second round now, window 1. So window 1 consists of 2 games from the 5th to the 11th of June. All right, so we're going to go on that next one, and then now we're going to have window 2, which is the June 4th to 10th, 2025. So 1 year from now, that's what we're going to have. And after that is concluded, then we are going to have, you have to come first or second to advanced. And depending on how much points you accumulated over that time with goal difference, if you tie, That's where you're going to get your first place or second placements in each group. In the third phase, which is the final phase, you're going to have 6 match days. You're going to have 3 groups of 4 because it's 12 teams will move on from the 6 groups, first and second. So that mathematically tells you you're going to have 2 first place teams and 2 second place teams in each groups. So that's why the mathematics of the goal difference and the points allocated over time come in play. And that's what I was telling people about it. All right? Yes. So that's why I said, I know that Jason and those guys told me that the next round was easier, but I said no, this is easier. But I said no, this is not easier, because look at this now. If you come second by just a tough group. So for instance, Guatemala is a good team, and our coach, we just talk about our coach extensively. So if his long ball football don't work or his wing transition football don't work, and we lose to Guatemala, we come second. We end up in a group with even Panama, because look now, Panama might not score as much on Nicaragua, but they might win the game. So they might come first, they might come first. But they have one of the lower goal difference. So they are not going to be deemed as one of the best first place teams, right? So they are going to be in the pool. Nicaragua might be coming second with not the most goals scored. So they might go in your same group with them being one of the lower scored second spot. So you might have a group with Nicaragua, Panama, and then put it then Suriname. So Nicaragua, Panama, Jamaica, Suriname in one group based on how the structure set up. So that's why I'm telling Jason and those guys, that is incredibly harder, because you're fighting for one damn spot. It's only one team qualifying. So you just batched up 4 quality teams that if you put them spread out in 4 different groups, they all can fight for the next spot. But based on how it's structured, it just structure for some of our teams not to qualify. And I'm telling you, I honestly believe that 1 or 2 big teams not qualifying, that we picked at the start, not qualifying. I'm almost certain that will happen. I'm almost certain by this moment that will happen. Almost certain that's how it's going to work. You see, you're going to have a group of death in the next round with a bunch of big teams in it. And then you have a weaker group. Just watch. Just watch. Click me here, because I've been telling you. All right? And then we are going to be fighting for one team going through. Which of the non-big teams qualifying? At this point, who you would class as the big teams? I mean, this one, because I would class Jamaica as a big team because we don't have United States, Mexico, and Canada. Jamaica, Panama, Honduras. Haiti is still a big team for me. Costa Rica is a big team. That's 5 teams, 5 teams that are big teams. All right. So Jamaica, Honduras, and we have to put Guatemala in it as well. No, Trinidad is not a big team. No, Trinidad is not a big team. Trinidad have not risen to that level, because I don't think this Trinidad squad is better than Suriname team or Curacao team. I think Curacao is better than Trinidad, and Suriname is better than Trinidad as well. So Trinidad is in that queue with Suriname and Curacao them. They are not there. So Panama, Jamaica, Guatemala. We have to put Guatemala in it, because anytime Guatemala play any one of them, they seem to turn up. All right. So Guatemala we put in it as well. All right. Obviously, they never did well in the last tournament, but they have shown that they are more consistent than Trinidad and all of them. So Guatemala goes in it maybe to make the 6. All right. Costa Rica has held their position for the longest time. All right. So 6 big teams I will put in it. El Salvador drops back in the Suriname, Curacao, Trinidad ranks. So those are the teams right behind them. Suriname, Curacao, the 2 Netherlands teams, they are equally as good as El Salvador and Trinidad. And I want to say that Curacao and Suriname are better than Trinidad and El Salvador. I'm very sorry. I think they are actually better than them this time. At this point, they could be better next year, but this point, if I go Curacao, I saw Curacao play Trinidad twice, and they were the best team, better team in both of the games. Them just missed a bunch of chance in the first one, and the next one they beat them. All right, I think that they're the better team, and Suriname have the better squad out of all four of them. So with more experience, I think they would have beaten them. Or if Suriname plays that Trinidad team that I saw in these last two games, they beat them as well. So that four behind the top six, I think that out of that. Oh, I would work it then. But Jason, that's an unfair question to ask, But because if Jamaica and Panama end up in the same group with Suriname and Nicaragua, if Jamaica don't get first, them already fail. They have to fight for second spot to go to the Confed in order to try and qualify. And they have to amass more points out of the next two groups to get second spot. So it all comes down to how much big teams end up in the first group, Jason, in order for me to say who not going through. But I know that one or two of them ending up in the same group. Three of them ending up in a group. I honestly believe so. El Salvador will be in a group. Yes, guys, this is how it's gonna go. El Salvador will click me here. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you how far I can think about this. El Salvador will end up in a group with two first place teams, because I don't think El Salvador coming first. I think Suriname coming first in the group. Suriname coming first, and El Salvador will end up in a group, and this is how it's gonna work. El Salvador drew with Puerto Rico. All right, El Salvador drew with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico will play Suriname. Suriname not going to score a lot of goals against them. So Suriname is not going to be rated as one of the best first place teams. So that's going to make them in a group with one of the best first place teams. So, and El Salvador might turn out with one of the worst goal difference. So they're going to end up in that same group. Based off the calculation. And so that group is going to become the group of death, Jason. So you're going to see two teams out of that not going through. Two big, good teams. So El Salvador and maybe if Jamaica and Panama in it, Jamaica or Panama don't make it through. So Panama or Jamaica comes first, and then the next two, the bottom four of the six drops out, and then one of the top teams then drops out as well. So I could see El Salvador and someone not making the World Cup based off this setup. I think it's easy to look at it that way. Christopher is from El Salvador. Thanks for being here. Yes, Karoom, Puerto Rico is very good. That's why we are talking about that group like that. That's why we said Puerto Rico will take Suriname in scoring. Suriname might have the edge now because of the players that they brought in. So they have the edge. So maybe they win the game, maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1. So that will make them not the best team, but one of the best first place teams. So they're going to end up in a group with one of the best first place teams. JD, you see what I told you about Cephas. Yeah, man, we gave Cephas his credit, man. Fatal Flare said, basically, if we just win Guatemala and get a good group. Yes. Because once we get a tougher group, it's going to be a battle of who not making it through. And this is set up. This is poised. That's why I'm telling Jason. And I can't. Jason will always try outsmart me in a life. How can he pick the next straight group where everybody play everybody as the harder one? This no must have to be the harder one. If it's guaranteed that we have two first place teams going in the group already, and then if one slip up, he's going in that group as well, and then it's going to have one of the better second place teams as well. Oh, can you? So that means you have a bunch of good teams and only one can make it through, and then one better pray he got enough points, because if it's a hard group, it means the second place in that group will finish with less points as well. You get me? So that means the second place might not be getting a confed spot as well. You see where I'm coming from, people? Because you have a higher possibility to get a draw, more draws in that group. So first place and second place, the second place that would have gotten, you have to calculate that at the end to pick the two best confed spots. So the hardest group will not get the confed spot either. So it's one team coming out of that group. Yes, he's always trying to outsmart me, but in the world, he lost that me and him a fight over it a long time. And then give me all sort of mathematics that don't lead up. The hardest group will have one team coming out of that damn group. You see where I'm coming from now? Yeah, man, the hardest group getting one team out. The next two groups, them getting one direct spot and two confed spot. That's how it's going to work. See, that make more sense, people, because the hardest groups mean that anybody can beat anybody on any day. So more likely those games can turn out to be draws than the weaker groups, the next two weaker groups. So the group of death will lose 3 people and one damn qualifier out of that. All right, that's what I'm going for. So click me here, and when it's done, make sure you beat Jason Bad, Jason Guna, not Jason Ferran, Jason Guna. All right, yes, make sure you beat him bad, because he had told me that the next qualifier that we had before is harder. Because you get to it's a longer stretch. He used a longer stretch, and because Jamaica is a team that is not consistent and we always have problems, the shorter spans are easier to deal with it. I understand where he's coming from, but I still believe that I still believe it's harder. If everybody in the group join, that one big win can win the group same way. We see how we play out. But so that one big win can win the group. But that means it's one team coming out. It's one big team coming out, Jason. So you get what I'm saying now? So that makes it tougher, because if you're the better teams, you should have 2 teams coming out. You understand me? But because of the mathematics that they have, are the rules that they have put in, it just make it for big teams drop out. Jason, so you can't see what I'm saying all now, because everybody else see it, except you. Except you. All right, so guys, we have around 10 more minutes to go. All right, 10 more minutes to go. We said that we want 10 super chats for today, people. 10. We have only gotten 1. I thought I got 1 membership, so I have 4 more memberships to go today. I'm doing 8 hours. All right, so support my time by dropping 10 more super chats. Maybe not for this, maybe later as well. You can drop them as well. But if you want, you can drop it from now as well. But I've gotten 1 membership, and I need 5 more. I have something that I'm going to work on. I'm going to prioritize memberships, people, because you have to understand that it takes a lot for me to put out these contents. All right? Yeah, man. So you have to respect my thing. All right? Oh, God. Why Travis? Travis just turned up and there's a war. My good Jesus, God. Travis is just a warrior star. Damn, man. Moses, big up yourself. Moses, drop a super chat on the board. All right, Jesse said, I'm not saying I don't see it. I still think the less games make it easier in the final round, even though it's just one team guaranteed. Okay. So you're taking that approach. Moses said Jamaica will win every game. 1-0, Jesus God. So Moses, what we just explained, you're telling me that you're in problems then, because we have other teams that might turn up with the same amount of points, but they are gonna have a better goal difference, so they are gonna be rated highly. Let me and people, you can upvote the super chats them as well. Yes. But he said Jamaica will win every game 1-0. I think we're going to win this one more. I think I respect for the super chat, but I have to disagree with Moses. I think we should be winning this one more than 1-0. All right, Big League Glenn. RB, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Randy says, this was a good program today. Yeah, man, from the other day, I've just stuck on the football only. It's just one man alone try to mash up my program as it relates. Because people, every day I'm here, it's the amount of things I'm writing down on these papers to give you an actual accurate show. But you have people, they want to build vibes. They only care about vibes. They don't want any education. You understand me? And remember, I am always taking my information that I've learned in school to bring, to evaluate things at that level. You understand me? But they don't give me the chance. Today, they try to mash up the program by talking about man with roses. All right? Man have man and shoulder with roses. You know? Yes. And I never knew anything about that. You get me? I never knew anything about that roses thing, but I went and researched it, and it looked like it was a claim of roses. You know, they are so distracted. I can't help them. All right. So drop some comments. All right. Drop some score lines, guys, because this is the only video that will serve for the preview. Yeah. Who is the man? Who is the man? Who is the one man? I don't remember his name. Who is that person? Someone came in and said about Damien Lowe and Bowser look zesty with a rose. Believe me, they found every way to distract our programs. So people, if we don't want we to have a very good program, please just let we do our thing. We don't strive to have the most exciting program. We just want to be very much organized and stay to the points. Just let we be great. We don't want to be famous. We just want to be great. So let us stay on those points. Because we want to respect you when you comment, because we think that you guys, when you put a comment, we want to respect it as well. So just work with what we're talking on. We have Happy Man. Happy Man donated as well. Massive respect. So we have 3 donations so far in this one video. So we might just hit our 10 with relative ease. So thanks everyone that donated. Remember, that goes back to me keeping all of my systems up, my research and everything. And as what Cranky said, I should use it as my job as well. So when I'm here, I'm doing a job. So you guys have to pay me for my job as well. Jura said, our zesty... Dean Fraser said 3 points. Randy Bless said Damien Lowe has no place in the team. I think he has a place in the team, but maybe not in the starting 11. Yeah, because of the others might be playing a little bit better in his natural role. But the coach will do what he wants. Travis will always tell you that. So I've nullified Travis's comment right there. So we have Jamaica playing in one game. Let me give you guys give me the result for all them. Aubrey donated as well, so that makes 4 super chats. All right, so that means you guys want to done the super. So for the next stream, nobody need to put any super chat then. So let me upvote the super chats as they do come in. Costa Rica, Grenada. Oh, we'll look at that game. But be honest, the way you guys support these programs, tell you, I don't think I need to require excitement, because this video, we already have a couple thousand people well checked out this video. So you guys are supporting it at a ridiculous level, so thanks for the support just the same, So, we look at that one. Jamaica 4-0, Jason says, for Jamaica. Top God mad yesterday, 5-0. Of course. And that's why I started the program like this. Because look how United States fans are dealing with them. They beat the brakes off United States yesterday, people. They beat the brakes off them. They want the coach to get fired. Look at that. They are the best team in Concacaf, and they want the coach to get fired. Imagine something like that, people. Imagine something like that. So, and if you go on every channel, they are calling it out. They are holding a standard. So that tells you, people. That's why I've started it like that, to break down the United States side so people can understand that it's just a standard people have. Where can you watch the game? Happy Man, you can watch it on Concacaf YouTube channel, but it might require a VPN. Or you can go on the website. Might still require a VPN as well. Kush donated as well. Massive respect. I've lost count about the super chats, man. Hold on, people. Take time. Let me check. This is supposed to be the 5th super chat, right? Hold on, people. 1. I got 1 early on, so that's not going to show. 2, 3. 3. No, man, I saw this is the 5th, man. 1. That's it. 2nd. 2, 3, and I just saw 4. Yes, so 5. 5 super chats in total and 1 membership. Massive respect for that, people. All right? Yeah, man. So I was reasoning on the standards and show you what, because if the USMNT, let me give it a thumbs up. Let me give all of them a thumbs up and an art as well. Right, so let me give it an art right here and a thumbs up. So all I'm saying is nobody should be afraid, or nobody should curse out anybody if they are holding the team to a standard, because that's what happened when you try to go places in life. You have to have a standard. Skilly said, soon as we run into a tight defense, Cephas will be exposed for his over dribbling. We saw it against the United States as well. All right. No rose, JD, no rose. Who gave me rose? Hold on. All right, I saw a balloon here, and Kush's thingy. Aubrey says hi. I don't see a rose. And Happy Man says, me, I have not seen a rose, so nobody gave me a rose. What are you talking about, Jason? You know I don't know what you're talking about, so... Yeah, we talked about Mexico as well. Brazil. It was a good game, a good showing for Mexico. I thought that they competed. The last time they got 4 from Uruguay, it was a completely different squad. They were working on things. Yes, it was completely different. Yeah, man. I don't know. So pull the video back. We have discussed all of those things. All right, guys, we have 245 still here. Please get the lights up. We are close to 200, and 424 of you guys said they voted. You like the video, and 24% says no. So that means 75% of 400 is actually 300, and we're on 200 likes. So pretty much 50% of the voting actually hit the like button and then they're lying. So those 25% liars, you have no use. You know why? You don't donate to the channel, but yet still you say you like the video. You're a liar, all right? And we don't appreciate that. All right, so determine put 50 on the board. All right, massive respect. So that is how much? I think that determine putting 50 close off almost every damn thing. All right. So determine, put your comment right after that. Eagle Public. No other team benefits from home advantage more than United States. What's going on in chat? Neil Goals, bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes, man, I just called them bad-minded, and a lot of them found the like button. All right, thank you very much. So, guys, yes, make sure to upvote, determine, and all the donators, you upvote them as well. Yeah, man. Upvote them because they're keeping the channel alive too as well. So upvote them and support them in the channel to make sure they feel welcome to donate even more to the channel to keep it alive. All right. Sean Base, big up yourself. Thanks for being here, big boss. Massive respect. JD, Jamaica has been scouting. Do you have any long-term CDM? All right. No, man, let we get 50 upvote and determine. Come on, people. We have only 9 upvote and determine. The man put 50 US on it. So, oh, can you give him only 9? Let me... And give the others as well. I only see upvote for certain. So, is it a specific way? Because I don't really know how you do because look, Aubrey's super chat can't get any upvote. And Happy Man's super chat cannot get any upvote. Let me see if they... Okay. It looks like it's a specific amount. Once you pass a certain amount, you get upvote because Moses' version can be upvoted. And then the others that are over 2 US. But no. Aubrey is 3 Canadian. That should be close to 2 US. Unless 3 Canadian is not 2 years. I don't know. I am clueless to what's going on, people. I don't really know about this so much. Let me see. Send the questions, people, for the time that we're going to spend. We have 8 more minutes to close it off at 3. All right? I am ashamed of my country. How the hell we get 5? So sing all along you're American. And every day come here fighting about the Phoenix. Davian Patterson says, we like the video, but we broke, brother. No, but I've not come here and bother you guys to donating. We tell you to like the video. If I was here getting 700 likes every damn video, YouTube would have pushed my video even more in different locations. So I could have gotten paid for my videos them better. All right, yes. So that's all. That's why I've always said you hitting the like button is the first thing for me. Always, you hitting the like button is the first thing for me. You know. So I've never said it. If you're, I'm not letting you feel bad for not donating. Once you hit the like button and I know you hit the like button, you're one of the real ones. I need a cult of 700 people that does come here and hit the like button. So every video that I'm on, especially big games, we have 700 likes on it easily, and then we go over 1,000. Just like if I'm doing Nigeria, you guys said I am sell out to Haiti. I've sold out to Nigeria. But yesterday, let me tell you how much I've done on Nigeria. Let me see how much likes I've done on Nigeria. And Suriname. Because all of them support the program. So Suriname yesterday, live stream, I've done 6,000 odd. Lower likes on this, but it's 6,000. We have done 146 likes on this one. And then let me go to the next one. The other one had 5,200, but way more likes. I think this had 200 likes on this one. Show you here. Then I've not done any 80 in the longest while, but let me, the Nigeria one that I did, got more than that Nigeria one that I did. I have 67,000 on this one, and I have almost 600 likes on it. So and these people support what I've done, you know. So all I can just ask is, does Jamaican people support it by hitting a like button, and that's all. Yeah. So others support me, man. JD, my Yardi passport expire. I travel on my US passport. So that makes you only American. Neil Goes said, JD, if you want a cult for likes, you will have to join the Pillow Gang. Okay, all right. Yesterday, they said I've already joined the Pillow Gang, people. They said I've already joined the Pillow Gang yesterday. So I think I should be getting more likes, you know? Yeah, but I think it's a feature that I'm using, kind of limit the likes on this one, because it's a little bit harder for people to find it. See, I'm getting pure love here, pure love. Because people only can find the love button than the like. Asking God to continue to give you the courage to speak the truth. Okay. That is what Determine wanted. All right, so let me pin this one for Determine, because he spent his money, so we will pin it for him. Yes, for the rest of the stream. Daniel says hi. All right, so let me give you guys a thanks again, because I think we have hit 11,200, which is going very fast. We have hit 11,200, and it looks like we're aiming for 11,300. So that is very good. So thanks for the support, the ridiculous support, because 5 days ago we were on 10,000 something, and 5 days later we're at 11,000, almost going to 11,500. So that's ridiculous. More than 700 subscribers in like 5 to 7 days. So that is very good. Yeah, man. Thanks for the continuous support. Let me take 2 more comments and then we are done. Kush, big up. Cranky says, what Cranky meant by that? About the cult? What Cranky complained about the cult? I missed one of Cranky's comment. But urgency, not having a passport for Jamaica doesn't make you not Jamaican, because I still consider myself as Jamaican and I don't have a Jamaican passport. I paid, if you know my, Nick says, you are a new viewer. Thanks for the subscription. And GC Jenna says, laugh out loud, not the Roman boom. Oh, what Roman boom? What are you talking about? What is Roman boom? You can't find a love button. No, the love button is right there. You just press it on the screen. Let me take my next phone. 1 second. Let me take my next phone and go on it. Because when we just started this program, they showed the love button, and I'm telling you, I got more love more than anything else. And then yes, because you have right beside the chat, look, right beside the chat, you have a you have a reaction button. Once you press the reaction, it shows you the love and all sort of madness. And the love, look, the love button is the first one. Look, if you press the love, it come right there. And that's why I got a lot of love, you know. And then we are fighting because the guys them said that they only could have found the love button. It's always easier to make the second million than the first. The first subscription will come faster. Yeah, but to be honest, remember when our channel got script when we were at what 20,100, and we have how long we have this channel now? Let me tell you how long we have this channel. How long we have this channel? Let me tell you how long we have this channel. When we created this channel, one second, let me get it. When was this channel created? I know it's not 2 years because I only have 828 videos now on this one, and I have 300 videos over the next channel. YouTube move all of those things to show you when the channels them created. YouTube getting worse. All right, channel view channel details. Let me see. Okay. So this channel, no, I'm not seeing when the channel created. But I know none of these channels have gone 2 years full. All right, let me go for the oldest video. Let me go for the oldest video. The oldest video Western versus is 2 years. 2 years. No. The oldest video is 1 year. 1 year. This is when I started the channel. This was, let me give you, July 1st, 2022. So it's 1 year. It's still 1 year. Still 1 year, 1.5 year now. 1.5 year. I have the next channel, and I started the next one instant as well. So 1.5 year. 1.5 year. We actually hit back. We passed the overall thing that we did for the first 3 years. We are here. So we are close to 20. We're past 28,000 now. We are going into 29, 30,000 overall. So we are doing a little bit better. Yeah. Cranky, I never got your follow-up message. What you said? What you meant by that? Are you wasn't talking to me? A man from Portland said, but JD, Jamaica don't consider you Jamaican. Jamaicans don't consider you Jamaican. Yeah, because okay, not me. Cranky said not me. Okay. No, Kush says not me. So it was Kush. I thought it was Cranky wrote something. I am mixed up, with all of these names that's close to each other. But I think I'm more Jamaican than most of these people talking about them Jamaican. El Grenier said, I've never had a Jamaican passport, and I see myself as Jamaican. Of course, I'm more Jamaican than most of these guys out here talking about I'm not Jamaican. Because anytime something should happen, I'm doing more things than them, faster than them, and more happier to do it. I might ask questions because that is the normal way of the world, to ask questions. And Diamond Peter, hi, are you getting a break from work? To ask questions, but that's a normal way, because at one point, look, when I just came here, obviously I'm in Belgium a long time, so my style changes from Jamaica. You understand me? So when I came here and people asked me to donate to certain things and do certain things, the first 2 times I've done it, just paid 100% of everything. Everyone showed me pure love. And say, big boss, this and that. The next time, it was a little bit more money. And then I just ask 2 persons for the details. I just asked for the details, The man them flip out at me. Oh, yo. You just put your money and no say nothing else. Not this, not that. And I felt disrespected, because I'm saying, if I'm going to pay 100% of something that you are begging me for, why is it I can't just ask for the reports? Because what they don't know, if they give me the report I can write it off in my taxes and stuff because it's going to come on my bank details. So I can maybe get something back from it, or at least when they are checking how you spend back your money, if you're laundering money in different countries and stuff, it's a little bit different from Jamaica. And the way these guys approach me, it made me had to stand on 10 toes and said, everything I'm going to do, I'm going to ask for the proof. If you can't be transparent, I'm not going to do anything. You know, and that's why I've done with buying tickets and all of those things and try to help people to come and stuff. I'm done with those third-party thing. If I'm not dealing with the people directly, I don't care, because all the people they want to be transparent, except the people the third-party people in the middle. You know, yeah. TEDx said, I remember that, JD, when you asked for details. I remember Katara come on this channel and tell me that why Jamaican people won't believe in me because I'm telling people to be transparent. And I'm saying, okay, cool. All right, then I'm not paying for nobody nothing then. If me can't ask for the details, so that can't make me less Jamaican. That just means I'm more educated. So that means you're in return you're disrespecting Jamaica then. If you're going to tell me that I'm more educated and doing things now, and because I ask a few questions, it makes me less Jamaican. I rather be sensible then. All right? I rather be sensible then. All right? Yes, I rather be sensible than being the so-called Jamaicans that you claim that is Jamaicans. Because I don't, the other day, when you guys are jump up, oh yeah, Jamaican have the biggest shoppers them in the world, JD. Yeah. So me having sense and asking for how makes me no Jamaican, but being a big scammer, you guys are glad to real oh we have the biggest scammers. You don't realize the principle that we're queued in on. Cranky, these are real conversations, you know. The man them glad the other day for proofs that Jamaica have the biggest scammers in the world, you know. 2 streams ago, you know. But people being transparent, we are not Jamaican. Tell you what, people, straight up, I'd rather be non-Jamaican then. If that's what makes you a Jamaican, I'd rather be none. Simple. Travis said, JD, how? Buy some tickets, and a run and ask questions. No, that is Travis. You have been on the channel. Stop your foolishness. All right. And we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to go into anything. Everybody on our channels know what we have done before. So stop running away, people that are getting more educated and to uplift our country, for people that stands for nothing. Stands for nothing and to bring down our country, people. That's all I have to say to you. I think I've gone 6 minutes over it, but I had to put that out there, man. Let me focus on the people that genuinely want to add value on the Jamaican brand, rather than no. I can say it. I don't support scammers. I don't support scammers, so I can say what I want. All right, because people will get upset and say, "Oh, you're talking down to people." Talking down to what? If you're a scammer, man. Simple. Straight up. I'm not going to support it. One has to be loyal to oneself than to others. Making true person. Daniel Dolan, you said, how are you? We are done now, so stop spamming, please. All right? I don't know if you have PTSD from the beatdown last night. United States got. JD, you're going like you are the best thing on YouTube. You're too hype, bro. You can't bully me like a cult. You have your stream. Travis, sometimes I think Travis, you don't know YouTube. You think that Jamaica YouTube space is YouTube. And Travis, you misunderstood every single thing that I've said. If you said I am hype, you don't know hype. You don't know hype, brother. You only come here to pick on me and bully me. Travis, you're a bully, Travis. Okay? You're a bully, Travis, and you don't understand much things that I've said. That's why you misrepresent me every single time. All right? Cranky said, oh, Cranky and Travis are war. All right, so people, take your time. I will be back. I'm going to start 6 o'clock on my next stream. Bully is someone calling bully. Okay. Travis is a bully. I don't consider myself as a bully. If you can talk the truth, that doesn't mean you're a bully. Travis come here and want to bother people to take his statements. And because I chose not to do so, Travis have a problem with me. JD, I care zero about YouTube streams. Only watch YouTube stream. That's my choice, all right? Omza said, you are a bully sometimes, JD. I'm not a bully at all. I am just sticking at a conversation, that's all right? Some man think them can censor people. Oh God, all right, you know what? People, we have done our time. It's gonna turn into a fight now. When somebody disagree with you, you call them pillow gang. But yesterday you guys inducted me into the pillow gang. And no, I can't take the stain off me. All right, so JD, me can tell me you can't tell me what to say no time on YouTube. But I've not told anyone what to say, Travis. Every day, you know, you only turn up to fight with Pastor and Chris Smith. You only look for Travis. You can't sleep well, Travis. You can't sleep well in life, Travis. I have a different level of peace in my life. You understand me? I don't just come on and pick worry people. I have subject matters and I reason from that subject matters every single day. You are the one that turn up and fight with people every day, Travis. Every day. People, Travis fights for 150 days back to back to back to back. Yes. But people have come to the end. I'm going to make the other streams. I'm going to make the streams later. I'm going to start the Jamaican stream a little bit later because I have to do the Niger one. Then put my kid to bed. Then do the Jamaican one. Don't do any post-match to go back to watch the rest of the other games. So I'm going to watch Costa Rica and also Haiti. And then tomorrow we will be back to break down everything. To finalize the last window. JD, this is no serious. So you are wrong. Oh my God, Jesus, God. Travis, I need to pray for you. All right. Christopher says, great stream. My brother from El Salvador. Massive respect. All right. You need to join the stream one day to give me some information on El Salvador as well. JD, see you later. Yeah, man. Massive respect. People take care. Smash the like button on your way out. Leave your thoughts on the first argument against United States and the Concacaf in general, because United States got mapped up by Colombia. All right. So let me know before we go, let me not run off. 5 minutes. Who you think will win a game in, before we go, who you think is going to win a game in the Copa first? All right, that is the one to ask, to answer. Answer it in the comment section. Who you think is going to win a game in the Copa first? All right, yes.